We're back with another Cats and Lats. Cats and Lats. I don't think we're working that out. Cats and Rats live stream. I'm your host, Kirby Lupo, joined alongside my co-host, Nick Levine.
There you go.
Not a good start here. I think this could be the start for Vegas tonight here.
Yeah, well, a golden opportunity for them tonight, I think, without Cale Makar. And I don't know if Mark Stone is in. Did he make the lineup, Curb?
I didn't see on Mark Stone. I know Sam Malinsky's playing in place of Cale Makar. William Karlsson returned last game in Game 6 against Anaheim, and Lekkonen's in tonight. So you might have to pull that up for me. I don't know on Mark Stone.
So we're going to take a look right here. Hold on a minute. I'm going to find out.
We'll have to maybe find a tweet here. I don't know.
I can find a tweet pretty easily, I think.
Colorado was the team hurt coming into this.
He did not take warm-ups. So
okay.
Presumably Mark Stone is out. I would presume, Kirby, for the rest of the playoffs, or pretty much most of it. And you know, I think tonight's kind of that golden opportunity. Obviously, they were able to finish off that series without Mark Stone.
They got William Karlsson back.
There's been that rumor. They did get him back, but there has been that
made
rumor.
That nice stretch pass to Mitch Marner. And I'm going to say, just to jump in, Nick, Mitch Marner was responsible for all 3 goals on the positive ledger for Vegas in that Game 6. So
you mean Toronto?
No, Vegas.
What's it called? I think that one of the biggest things, if you're Florida, not Florida, geez, I'm like all over the place right now.
Look at your new shirt, and you got to show the pen. We got to show the pen.
Got the pen there.
Got the Cats and Rats new pen. If you guys want to pick one up early.
So here are the projections. They have Mark Messier's Colorado in 7, PK's Vegas in 6. Let me see here. Go rewind for a sec. It'll be Steve Levy, Vegas in 7, and Kevin Weeks, Vegas in 7. So Vegas is wow. That's a little bit of
people are saying that because the Makar injury. I think people are overcorrecting too much, if I may say so.
Well,
so
I
they
think
played very well last round.
Well, I mean, they're without Cale Makar. Vegas is without Mark Stone, right? So I mean,
Vegas down the middle of the ice, Eichel, Karlsson, Hurdle, Dowd. You're starting to see that depth now again, where Vegas had a couple years ago.
Again, now Tomas Hurdle's got to play like the guy they brought him in to be.
Yeah, but they got him on a third line. With the way Karlsson's playing, he's playing with Marner and Howden.
And there's been that rumor with Mark Stone over the course of the last couple of months that, you know, this could be his last year playing. Like, it could be a Pietrangelo situation, right? You know, there's been questions about, obviously, his health. The LTIR thing always gets brought up. But the future of Mark Stone playing in Vegas. And Kirby, I mean, that's a real possibility that Mark Stone may have played his final game as a Vegas Golden Knight.
Yeah, as Diehard says here. And he's missed so much time. You know, I don't know. You almost want to put it on the ledger of chronic injuries, where Mark Stone is dealing with one injury after another here as we start to see the opening ceremonies here. I don't know how long it's going to be here tonight with the conference final. We got to get used to that for next round, Nick. Hey, Nick, are you being selfish here with trying to jump on this little bit of Vegas bandwagon? Are you trying to go to a Stanley Cup final game live 4 years in a row? Because you'll be in Vegas potentially if they make it. That's what I was.
Well, if that's something, then
you want to
I
keep
mean,
some streak alive.
I mean, Kirby, that would be pretty impressive, right? I've never been to a Super Bowl, never been to a World Series.
Okay,
fine.
Yeah, it'd be somewhat a degree. I'll say it's impressive on the Panthers front. What the hell is this with the Colorado thing? Why have I never seen this before?
I joke that the Cup final finds me.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So you're picking Vegas then?
No, I'm picking Colorado in 6.
Yeah, that's.
Which, by the way, Colorado in 6 and Carolina in 6 are my official predictions.
No, you'll say that again. What is it?
Colorado in 6 and Carolina in 6.
Mine is Colorado in 5 and begrudgingly Carolina in 7, but I can lean Montreal a bit. And I see some people.
We're not talking about Montreal tonight.
Okay. We got to preview it. I'm actually going to miss Game 1 tomorrow, but we will probably be here for, if we're not here tomorrow night, we'll be there for Game 2 or Game 3 of that series probably.
Right. Make sure to join us Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern. We have a very special guest set up.
Diehard, you're going to have to grab one if you're in the area. We will have those pens at the Hobby Card Show in August, right? But guys,
courtesy of Andrew Hoffman.
Yeah,
appreciate that. Gonna put the pen to the side there. Have it framed for when all the
There we go.
they're gonna make this area for me.
I don't even have one mailed out to me yet. So.
You know, like those houses, like they'll like you could go see George Washington's old house, or like Graceland, like this is where George Washington and Elvis lived.
What, they give away pens?
No, just like it's like a museum. Their house becomes a museum. This area is going to become a museum. Like this is where Nick Levine sat and talked to Kirby Lupul on StreamYard.
Very cool.
When he watched it,
framed up with everything disheveled around.
Maybe this chair will go on Rick Harrison's show. Like we were talking about the other day.
I saw something else non-related to that I have to mention to you after. They're showing the Nathan McKinnon press conference where he's like, I'm sick of losing against Vegas back in, what was that, 2021, I believe?
That's where the quote, I've been in the league 9 years and haven't won shit thing came out.
Yep. And then 32 Thoughts talking to him, I think, after he won the cup. Yep. They're documenting it all here on the Sportsnet.
So this is the first conference. This is only the second conference final of Nathan McKinnon's career, which is crazy when you think about how dominant this franchise.
What did you say?
And this is only the second conference final of Nathan McKinnon's career.
No, at least the third.
No.
They beat Edmonton, and then the year that that was the only time you went?
Mm-hmm.
My mistake. So when what did they sweep Edmonton that year?
They swept Edmonton, and then they won the cup. So, I mean, again, it's like Vegas has made it 5 times and won a cup. And then you have a team like Colorado. They haven't gotten past the second round. The only time they have, they won a cup.
Yeah, so Colorado 5 times in their short existence. That's got to be one of the most impressive stats. In
Vegas, you mean?
Yeah, Vegas. What did I say?
Colorado.
Okay, get my teams right there. I'm not off to a good start here on this conference final.
That's fine. We're not in it this year.
I don't know. I ate tonight. Should I not eat? I guess that's when I'm like starving coming up.
No, maybe.
I don't need any meal. I'd be hungry. So how do you think this game is going to start out here, and how's this going to go tonight?
I think this is going to be the slowest game of the series tonight. I think you have Cale Makar, obviously. That's going to be you're obviously losing a lot of dynamic ability back there. We don't know how long he'll be out, but I think that this is going to be a game where, teams start to feel each other out. Would it shock me if Vegas came out and won tonight? No. But
I think Cody was feeling that too, wasn't he?
I felt, and I said this.
Are you thinking a 5-2 Vegas win if they do something?
What I said was I could see these 2 wins for Vegas in the series. I predicted Colorado in 6. Number 1, Vegas wins because let's say they get off to like a 3-0 first period, right? And then they're able to hold on and win 4-3, 5-2, whatever it is later on in the game, right? That's one. Another one is maybe they're on the brink of elimination and Carter Hart stands on his head, made 45 saves, and they're able to force a game 6 before eventually bowing out. That's what I saw. Can I see that potentially? I mean, again, this is an uphill battle for Vegas. They have enough talent to do it. I think if Mark Stone was healthy, that would be a lot in their favor. I know everybody's going to sit here and talk about the Makar injury. It's like, well, yeah, Cale Makar's not in, but Mark Stone's not in for Vegas, right? So, and I feel Vegas lacks forward depth. I don't really love their team. When you take a look at the roster, there are a lot of players that I'm like, that's not.
They're a little bit better down the middle, though, now. Again,
much better down the middle. But again, if Tomas Hertl doesn't come up to play like he is capable of doing, well, then they're going to have a bit of a problem here. And then the defense is obviously up in the air. I mean, obviously, you take a look at Rasmus Anderson, Noah Hannafin, they've been at times really bad. Same with Shea Theodore, who's a guy that I really like. Kirby, we like him. He got going a little bit at the end of that Anaheim series. I think. And then you have the bottom pairs. It's Dylan Coghlan, Kaden Korczak, all these other guys, right? I'm going to let you know when the puck drops here, but
I'm probably going to be ahead of you here. You guys, we will sync you guys up with us. If you guys are ahead of us, that's fine. Just no spoilers in the chat. You guys will see our reaction after. We'll signal the goal horn on the goals.
Puck drops.
Oh, you might be ahead of me.
Now.
Okay, pause it. Wow, you're ahead of me tonight. Okay. Puck drop now.
Let me know when you get to 56.
Okay, I'll have to give you 56, 55, 54, 53. Okay,
pause it for a sec. Because this thing takes me back 3 seconds whenever I return.
Just 1 second, pause it?
Yeah. What time are you at?
Okay, we'll do it at the whistle here.
Okay. Shot, glove there. So I'll let you know when the
puck drops?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're pretty synced tonight. Unless I'm behind on this, but I don't think I am.
Brandon Sodom.
Might be. So I might actually synced with you almost. What's that?
Brandon Saad, they're showing on the bench.
Yeah,
Vontae
I was going back to
Redmond.
check that stat earlier off air. Remember, Colorado's been.
Oh, yeah.
Let me know on your puck drop here.
Now.
Okay, I'll give you a little countdown here. Everyone, if they're synced up with us here, 35, 34, 33.
Yep. Within like less than half a second of each other. We're fine. All right. So defense pairs for Colorado change. It looks like Jack Akan draws in for Cale Makar. Nick Blankenberg is scratched for them as well. So Yoel Kiviranta, they know that name well.
I like Kiviranta.
Yeah.
That I think Vegas is going to have trouble with that trailer guy with Colorado. Now, without Makar, that hurts their explosiveness a little bit. But that trailer guy that comes in late, I think is going to be a problem for Vegas.
Yeah.
And some
quick
zone
jump
time.
here for Colorado, obviously, to start. Carter Hart, Scott Wedgwood in net. Shea Theodore's second in block shots in the NHL playoffs. Number 1, Mike Matheson of the Montreal Canadiens.
Wow. I don't know. Jeff O'Neill the other day on TSN thought he's been playing a hell of a series and hell of a playoffs. I don't know what he's watching. But
anytime somebody has success in the playoffs, people get overrated. You know that.
Yeah, that might be happening with Mike Matheson because we've been watching him very closely. And we're not trying to pick on the guy. I think he was been pretty good in Montreal up until
I would say he was better in the second round. Another shot by Hart. So Colorado getting in that cycle game early on, quick in transition, and they're really kind of controlling the pace of play in the
like Vegas has seen 2 fast teams in Anaheim, and Utah's pretty quick too. But Colorado, they want to get behind you with the dump in, and then they want to turn pucks over the neutral zone, come right back down you downhill. So I don't know how the Vegas defense is going to counter that, Nick.
Yeah,
very interesting.
Here's Josh Manson. 2 goals in his last 3 games for Hertl, had 0 in the previous 29. And again, that's what I was talking about earlier. Secondly,
Nick, they're playing that little, just to jump in, that chip and chase play. So they're getting speed through the neutral zone, then chipping it in, and then getting to that puck.
Colorado's defense moving well tonight, though. You're going to need that. You're going to need the 6 men to really kind of step up here. Big hit there by Burns.
I don't like this start from Vegas at all. This is like a bit of Colorado dictating their play here.
Yeah, here we go. Like, again, stepped up there, but then
that could have been numbers there.
Right? I mean, even the quick up, and now here it is.
Like, I think this is the advantage. Colorado gets the rest, and then you play like a really good team like Minnesota. Plus, you get the rest. They didn't go 7 games. So you get the best of both worlds from playing them, right? You know, you kind of like cut your teeth because you didn't get to do that really against the Kings, and then you get rest.
McKinnon shot wide. Taze for Malinsky. Back to Taze for McKinnon.
Wow.
In front.
That shot pass.
Vegas really can't get anything going here. I mean, I think it's kind of pretty much one and done if they're able to even get through the neutral zone.
But hasn't that
like another errant pass there? I mean,
that's kind of how Vegas's play has been, Nick. When I've been watching them, I've watched them really close in that Utah series early on, and it's just like, hey, not much resistance. Let's move it through the neutral zone and try to make a play, you know, to some of our skilled.
Here's Nelson shot stopped.
This is just middle of the ice, Colorado. Just middle of the ice. Boom. Take the guy out.
And again, this is the only reason I thought Vegas had a chance. I said it. Carter Hart, I think, has been excellent of late.
I think they can, you know, I personally think they can get to him and then get Aiden Hill in the series. And I said, when that happens,
then it's over.
I'm like, because
if they lose this series, though, it won't be on Carter Hart.
I think, you don't think he's allowed some squeaky goals?
Yeah, in the first round a bit, but I mean, again, for the most part, I think.
Couple on Anaheim, but okay, for the most part. His numbers have improved through the second round from the first. Look at Manson here, though, early. Wow.
You know, I remember saying to you when
Colorado,
remember when Colorado came to Florida, and I think it might have been Carly or might have been Matthew, somebody, when they were watching him in person. I'm like, wow, Josh Manson really fucking sticks out.
Yeah.
And he did, and I don't know why, but
And you noticed that with him, yeah. He can skate better than he probably gets credit for. Wow.
yeah. Here's Dowd across there, Hannafin. Oh, big stop.
Big save.
That's
Vegas has done a good job getting behind like defenders in these playoffs. I know they did a really good job of Anna. Lacombe and Trouba had an awful game 6, and they were really exposing.
Work it up to the point. Probably get that puck on net. Just get it down low and get to work. Again, Colorado.
They're just quick.
They are a smaller decor, but they do really kind of
like they pressure. Like Colorado pressures you everywhere on the ice, and even that includes below their goal line and like in their own zone.
Yeah,
I think they do a better job of that, Nick, than Carolina does. Okay, it tells me, but I think Colorado does. And I think that's why Colorado's looking a little bit closer to what I feel they were in 2022.
Yeah, I mean,
how quick they get the puck.
Shot on net. See, I think a lot of it's going to be from the outside, just getting pucks on net because Colorado high pressure. You could see right there.
Shot attempts early, 9-4.
One net. Colorado. Again, like
9-5 now.
I'm going to try to close it off there, but good puck support. Colorado, they don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like it feels like Colorado really is dangerous. They're in transition, where I think Vegas is kind of more on and off their stick, particularly dump and chase, create a board battle, maybe get some pucks on net and see if they can kind of wear them down.
Yeah, and Panther fans are used to this, even Lightning fans, like elite puck support, and that's kind of what you're seeing from Colorado, even when they're in their own zone and you think they're in trouble.
Yep.
You know, quick outlet, and then they're up, you know. I want to see if Parker Kelly keeps it going for the Avalanche. He's been very impressive.
See, Vegas. I mean, the puck management and the support by Vegas so far. I mean, again,
bouncing lucky on
there's a 3-on-2.
Yeah, they're getting lucky on Colorado. Blue Line's not handling the puck well. Wow, that was a change-up save there, off a hurdle.
Yeah,
Burns did not handle. He handled that like a grenade. That was Brent Burns of 2024 playoffs with the Hurricanes.
Yeah. Well, hasn't really had to play it as much this time around, right?
I think that was one of the reasons the Rangers knocked off Carolina. Like guys like Burns, he wasn't good in that round against the Rangers, round 2.
Good. 2 big stops by Wedgwood, though. I mean, those aren't easy saves, right? So
yeah, he's going across the grain there as that puck kind of fluttered towards the net there. First commercial break here. Hart versus Wedgwood. Yeah, so what Blackwood was, he got some time in net last round there, right? So they're going back to Wedgwood here, Nick.
Yep. Wanted to quickly say the 2 centers that Colorado acquired at the deadline. Kadri has 6 points in 9 games, as does Nick Waugh. So first round pick for Nick Waugh. I mean, I think it ends up working out right now. That center depth is really kind of showing through here.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how Waugh plays here against his former team. See how long this game stays scoreless here.
13:33 to go in the first period.
Appreciate everyone here in the chat. Hit the thumbs up. Probably have different people dropping in throughout the night here. So you guys wind your night down. Pavel Dorofeyev, 9 goals. Leading the league. I think Eichel 14 assists leads, and then Marner with 18 points leads. Wow.
Got Dominic Ducharme behind the bench.
With, yeah, it's one of their assistants, I think. Former Canadiens head coach.
Oh, look at them. They're both in the
That would be a storyline. Wasn't he the head coach when they went to the Cup against Tampa?
Yes, he was.
Wow. I don't want that final. Oh, out front here.
What time are you at, Curb?
13-20.
Yep.
19, 18, 17, if you guys are synced with
So
us.
I think Colorado just having a tough time kind of controlling the puck right now. I mean, I don't really think it's anything other than unforced errors by Colorado.
I think they're a team that gets going as the game goes along too, like watching them. Like some of the stuff they do in the first is a little uncharacteristic, and then they get it out of their system, Nick?
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, I don't like that as a coach or a player. Like, guys, like, let's wake up here. Even we're the better team. Like, let's be cleaner. But that does happen with some elite teams.
Matt and Marner, you got to control that. See, these stretch passes that Vegas tries, I've counted 2 or 3 of them that they haven't connected yet, or they go off the stick and it's right to Colorado when it's a quick up. And part of the problem is like you got to stop on the puck there if you're Mitch Marner, right? So it's if you do a flyby and that puck goes off your stick, it's a quick transition back the other way, and you're a guy or 2 behind and leads to an on-man rush. A good step up there by Manson.
On Marner?
Yep.
Or Dorfio. Oh, they're in between a line change there. They're trying to get the puck behind McNabb, behind Theodore. They're trying to chip and chase it to like a spot in the area. And, I think Colorado, that's a good game plan here. Maybe that wears down Vegas as the night goes along too and games go along. Face off in Vegas' zone here. Shots 4-4, 12-13 to go.
Would have been something if it was 12-12. It could have been 12-12, 0-0, first period, game 1, shots 4-4. Was there for a sec.
Yeah. Early start time with that game tomorrow, 7:30, Montreal, Carolina.
Not too early.
Usually be 8.
This would be early for you, right?
Yeah, tomorrow. This one tonight was 8, so 6 o'clock for me. But yeah, this is about an hour and a half earlier than the Western Conference, playoff games usually go. Sometimes 2 hours if you're talking Edmonton.
And we're only down to 1 game a night, unfortunately.
Yeah. Not bad for some people that want to see some overtime hockey, though, these earlier starts.
I don't think anybody in the building tonight wants to see overtime hockey. In that building, at least. Sure all the Vegas faithful are watching. If they're not at the Bellagio.
Well, they're not doing a watch party?
They might be. Fuck. Who knows what that watch party's like?
Anaheim was having some big ones, I saw. That was kind of...
good for them. Get that puck. There you go. Manson looks good.
Yeah, you said kind of like a feeling out early start. I don't know if I'd go that far, but
a bit of it.
Maybe a little bit of it filtered in. But I just think Colorado, they are trying to play their style of game here.
But credit to Vegas. Hart's made some big saves, and then Vegas has had 2 good opportunities the other way, right? So
yeah, they've had 2 to 3 good shifts.
And chase, another good play there.
Oh, penalty maybe.
And Vegas is going on the power play. So again, they pushed this pace of play a bit. If Burns goes to the box, but they've had some sustainable plays that they can build on.
Burns, rough period here, I feel.
Couple of stretch passes, some of the forecheck turnovers, defensemen activating up the wall. That chip and chase there, I think their puck support and the breakouts have gotten a bit better here. So
yeah,
not an awful start for Vegas by any means. I would say a decent road period thus far.
Yeah. Well, not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Let's see what they do on the power play. Burns could have got a couple penalties on that play.
Yeah, did that get Sissons up high? So the power play for Vegas is Hurdle, Eichel, Marner, Theodore, and Dorofiev, I believe.
See how these power plays and penalty kills set up against each other?
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I think Vegas is, if I'm not mistaken, their special teams have been pretty good. Could be
5 for 15 in the second round.
Watching a little bit back of their Anaheim series, and they are really dangerous shorthanded, Vegas. And they were
Vegas's power play was very good in that Anaheim series. Now, again, Anaheim's penalty kill has been, not the greatest, but
so they're what are they at?
They were 5 for 15 in that round alone. Oh, Marner.
Jeez. Jack Eichel saying he likes the penalty kill because he knows what other teams are doing on the power play because he does it. So he's like, I like being out there on the penalty kill because I can read off of that. So, right now he's getting some power play time, but watch their units, man. Shorthanded with Carlson, Eichel, Marner. They might have one of the dangerous penalty kill units in the NHL. We talk about ours a lot, but Vegas is up there. See how Colorado
half wall there. Marner takes the hit. Eichel for Dorofeyev through him. So there was an opportunity there. There have been some opportunities to get the puck on net backdoor. Colorado, a nice job. They really freaking go and attack Marner on the wall there. They don't give him any time and space.
That'll be key with guys like Lehkonen, you'd say.
Yeah.
Kadri out there, Nelson. See what Taves minutes are here tonight without Makar playing with Malinsky. Probably playing in a lot of situations. Might be getting more power play time, too.
Oh, they're going to call the face-off to the neutral zone.
Like Dorofeyev.
Die Hard, we are way past 10 minutes. We're at 9:21. If you guys want to go ahead of us, that's fine. It's just...
Yeah, jump ahead of us.
Jump ahead of us. In fact, that's probably better.
Yeah.
Because then we're inevitably going to spoil it for you.
Yeah, we should be behind most of you guys because I'm set with Nick, which usually I can be ahead, but Nick's usually a fair bit behind. You're not as far behind tonight, Nick.
I was ahead to start the night.
No, but I don't know if I'm live.
Remember, and I rewinded it a little bit to show the predictions. So I'm going to be honest, we probably could have just fast forwarded it and we would have been fine.
Yeah. Well, I might be a little behind because I was going back checking some stats earlier. But I'll just leave it here if that's where you're at. We can try ahead, though, at the end of this. 9 minutes to go here. Power play going to end here for Colorado. First kill of the night for either team.
How did they get the puck?
Vegas, I don't like how they're just throwing 50-50 pucks, Nick, into the slot, into the point. Right. And it's kind of wish plays, I call them.
Yeah, kind of just...
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything.
I don't like that in football, basketball, hockey. I don't like...
It doesn't seem... It seems what Colorado's doing is a bit more sustainable than what Vegas is doing.
Yeah. You got to look off your guy and not just throw it to the first available.
Gabe Landeskog moving really well.
Yeah, they've been pretty impressed by him, I think, here in these playoffs. Finally playing with a bill of good health here. I just think Colorado is going to be better than Vegas on the boards and on the wall and on 50-50 plays. And that's what you have to be at this time of the year. I think in the other series, I think that might be up in the air at times. I think Carolina is a definite advantage for that. But I just think Colorado over the series and through phases of games is just going to kind of dominate that.
Yep.
Dorofeyev, Marner, Eichel's going to have to do a lot. Like you said, Mark Stone not out there. People always talk about his offensive ability, but they forget sometimes what he does defensively, being a self-level player. And I just think the forwards for Colorado are heavy, Nick. Lehkonen, Kadri, McKinnon, Nichushkin. Nelson can play like that if he's playing kind of possessed. They just got so many guys that play that style. The guys down their lineup, Parker Kelly, other guys. I just think their depth is better. Their depth is what maybe Vegas's depth in the forward ranks was in 2023. That's Colorado now, where Vegas.
Well, you could tell down the middle of the ice, and both these teams have prioritized it. You have
even on the wings, down the lineup.
Further down the lineup. And one of the things with Colorado, I said, I looked at the bottom six, the middle six. I'm like, what? You look at these guys on paper, they're not all that impressive. Even guys further down the lineup, like Andrew Cogliano at that age. And you take a look at some of the other guys further down their lineup, and I wasn't too impressed. But then I saw it's okay, McKinnon, Kadri, Comfer, You have Lehkonen plugged in there, Burakovsky, Ninchuskin, obviously Landeskog and Mikko Rantanen were there. This is a much different Colorado team now. But I looked at that, and it's like, okay. Then you look at the defense. It's Makar, Taze. Gerard got hurt, but he had Bowen Byram there to go with Josh Manson and not Luke Shen. Jack Johnson was a guy that played really well for him with Eric Johnson. So, and I'm going to be honest, I just think that team structurally was a wagon that year. You could see it. It's like they weren't losing very many games. What did they lose? 4 games that year? They went 16-4.
Something like that.
There were 2 sweeps. I mean, it was insane. And honestly, it should have been 16-3, 16-2 potentially. I mean, they gave away a game or 2. I mean, I think still to this day, I haven't seen a playoff run as dominant. I know people are going to mention, especially because we're Panther fans the last 2 years. I don't care. I mean, they were so dominant. It was incredible to watch.
Would you pick any from the Blackhawks or Kings?
Well, I know the Kings won. They went 16-4, right? So
the time they beat was in New Jersey.
I think yes.
Or the Rangers.
And that was a miracle run, though, right? They came in as an 8th seed. So I'm talking about in terms of pure dominance. I don't know how they won those games. Were they close games and they just, quick stood on his head a lot? But it's like these were clinical efforts by Colorado. It's like Colorado took out a Nashville team that was, a pretty good Nashville team, albeit Soros wasn't healthy. They had to start. Connor Ingham actually was the goalie for that series. Then you kind of go and blow through St. Louis in 6 games, should have been 5. A good Edmonton team, like you sweep McDavid and Draisaitl, and then obviously you're dethroned Tampa Bay, and they haven't been the same since, right? I also remember watching game 1 of the Cup final that year, Curb. I don't know if you did, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Colorado speed.
I remember that first few minutes of that game.
I hadn't seen Tampa ever look like that. Like they looked
shell-shocked.
I mean, like what? I haven't seen him ever look like that, and I saw the way.
I think the closest would have been against.
Or it was
Florida.
game 2 actually. They got.
I think the closest would have been against Florida in 24,
and they ended up winning that game in overtime. And then I'm like, okay, did Tampa Bay kind of figure it out in the end? And then they went and go get pumped in game 2, and it's like, okay, like. And then once Colorado won that game 4 in overtime, Kadri, it's like, okay, this is over. So, we'll see here. Here's Marner now. Carlson.
Colorado.
Marner.
Some open ice. Did his own guy there?
Yeah. It's Howden now on that half wall. What are you doing, Howden? Be careful.
Heard some yelling in the background. Is anyone ahead of us?
That's the dog.
Okay.
That's barking.
I just thought maybe they're watching the game in the back.
No. Tomorrow night, I'm sure they will be. Where will we be?
The household is more fixated on the Eastern final.
Yeah. Although, again, we're going to be in Vegas for the Cup Finals. So, I mean, could you imagine? Maybe I can grab dinner with Jim Behringer in Vegas.
There we go. He'll be there?
Should be. Hasn't he been telling us to go to the Cup Final?
He should go there regardless, Cup Final or not. I don't know what he's covered because I don't know if he covered anything this round, last round. So I don't. Was he covering anything this round? I don't know. Or is he going to wait till the final here?
We'll have to in there, up the wall, chipped out. Vegas has had some shifts cycling that puck. I mean, again, Colorado seems to have lost a bit of that early jump here. I don't know what has been. I mean, you could tell they're the quicker team here. You might have heard the puck, the dog. Do you hear him?
Yeah, I can't distinguish it. It's a dog, but yeah, I can hear it a little bit. Sounds like he's not too happy.
He just wants attention. He probably just walked away 5 feet away, and he's like,
Wedgwood with a save there, kind of in tight. On the glove side there on that one replay from the net cam. The commercial break here. You guys, let us know in the chat. We'll get your questions, any comments. Oh, Adonis in the house here, and D'Lo. How's it going, D'Lo? D'Lo will give us some good insight on this series here.
Yeah, we don't have the chat open during the game, by the way. So
Yeah, sometimes we'll take our eyes off of it
because I literally just do not want spoilers, so I close it off. So apologies if we're looking at.
I will try to keep an eye on you guys.
We'll usually look at them during commercial breaks or something like that.
Yeah, Adonis, if they get the second cup, they're kind of in that realm with the Panthers that I've been talking to my co-hosts Nick and Cody about over the last 3-4 years here on our post-game shows. Like,
it's kind of
Toronto, Edmonton, Colorado, Florida, Tampa kind of had their run. We were kind of talking about after Tampa who were going to be the next teams, and
Vegas
Colorado,
you have to put in there.
What's that?
You have to put Vegas in there.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's right.
Carolina.
Yeah, well, they haven't got one yet. But yeah.
No, neither is Toronto.
Dallas.
Yeah, those are going to be like the San Jose.
I don't know if I was including Carolina in with Toronto.
You know, we're this like again, like the 2010s. It was the Blackhawks. It was the Kings. It was the Blues. It was the Penguins. It was the Capitals, right? And
the Bruins should have had a lot more.
Yeah, I don't know. The Bruins were honestly
they lost.
That is this. The group Kirby just mentioned is that era's group of teams. Take a look, Paul Maurice on this graphic. Most postseason wins. Paul Maurice is fourth. He's got 2 cup wins. The only guy is with more. Coach Q. He's tied with John Cooper. Love that. What's it called? That era that I just mentioned is very. Those are the teams that dominated that era, and Kirby just mentioned the teams that kind of dominated this era. It's kind of weird. We're in that Kings, if we can get one more, Blackhawks territory, right?
Because you're still talking all those teams, Nick, for the next 2 to 4 years. But then it's San Jose. What's Chicago doing? Anaheim. That's the next wave.
Yeah, that's the next wave.
Montreal.
Like right now, like the Kings, the Blackhawks, and the Penguins were those teams then. And the Penguins even kind of extend a little before that, but the Bruins, if they had gotten another cup,
would have been there.
But I would say like the Blackhawks and the Kings in particular, we're
wide open.
We are in that tier, right? I mean, if we get one more, I think we're in that Blackhawks tier.
Yeah, you talk about other eras.
Right now, we're in the Kings tier. Obviously, you have a lot further to go. So some of these other teams, but Colorado and Florida, I mean, and then you can count Tampa. Like those are the 3. Oh wow!
Off the post.
Those are the really big 3 that have kind of done that, and then Vegas is right there at number 4.
Yeah, Vegas can't sleep on them, and they're going to keep trying to push every year, every other year.
So those are the big ones, right? And you don't know how much longer Florida has. Some people say 1 year, 2 years, 3, 4. Nobody knows.
But how long are some of these other teams? Carolina, Dallas?
Well, you have to start wondering how long do they have, right? Before they're just a good team
Toronto
and not a contender.
Yeah. Toronto already right now,
because we could be a cup contender
on a climb for 9 years, 10 years.
Like we could be a cup contender for another 2-3 seasons, and then just be a very good team for the following 2-3 seasons, and not be a cup contender.
And another one that we didn't mention that was thrown in there at times with Toronto, Winnipeg Jets.
Oh, well, they've been back and forth a little bit more.
But remember, they're going to win a cup. The hockey news.
Well, that's why I'm holding this whole thing on Montreal. I get it's promising, but it's like I remember the magazines of Toronto and Winnipeg. They crowned them as future Cup champs because of all the talent in the world, and then it didn't happen. It didn't materialize. And even after deep playoff runs for like Winnipeg, right? So
they went to Western Conference Final.
They went to a Western Conference Final as a very young team and lost to Vegas. So I'm not. Well, I think Montreal is probably better situated than those teams. That I don't want to sit here and crown Montreal as anything quite yet because I've seen that, and that's why you can't necessarily because
with Winnipeg, you could say for sure Patrick Laine, that was a bust, and then Ehlers fell a bit short too. So that's part of your.
Well, yeah, I mean, again,
guys there.
How good is Slafkovsky going to actually be? Well, you're going to have to find that out, and
I think Caulfield and Suzuki are showing that.
Right. So Deminov, I think, will be good. But again, how good is Slafkovsky? Some of these other guys.
Slafkovsky will be a big one if you're counting.
And they don't. And look, I know you're high on Fowler. Well, he's got to prove it. And they had a Vezina caliber. They had a Hall of Fame goaltender for a decade. They haven't been able to get it done. You take a look. The team we're watching tonight, the Colorado Avalanche, they have arguably one of the best players in the world. they made it past the conference finals. This is their second time. They won the cup once. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, Kirby. I mean, best players in the world, made it to 2 cup finals, haven't won anything. Take a look at the Toronto Maple Leafs. They had all the talent in the world. They had Matthews and Marner and Nylander and Morgan Riley has a young up-and-coming defenseman, and it never materialized.
You could argue Toronto has had better goaltending than Colorado has, if you can include Freddie Anderson into that.
Right? So when I take a look at teams like I think Montreal's a little bit different because I think that if they can build that team around, I don't think they'll ever have a top 5 player, but the Panthers don't have a top 5 player. They're just really deep. I think Montreal can kind of emulate that roster construction.
And they're going to have more. They have, with Montreal, different than any of the other teams we almost mentioned, they have more guys coming through the pipeline.
Correct.
More.
But the thing with that is that's not a given, right? So even the teams
it's close. It's close to a given that they're going to pop, that those like Michael Hage and Reinbacher and those guys.
Well, I don't know if Reinbacher will even be there.
And like they're not depending on those guys to be their best.
I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking about how they should construct the roster. Like they're not going to have a Celebrini. They don't have one of those top 5 guys. But I think
Suzuki's damn good though.
But but it's kind of like the Panthers. They don't have a top 5 player, and they're a heck of a hockey team, right? Dallas probably doesn't have a top 5 player. They're a hell of a hockey team, right? So,
wide open here. Oh, just lucky to freeze that one.
So,
finally,
those aren't givens, right? So if you can construct your team in a way where, hey, maybe you don't have a Celebrini or a Crosby or something like that, but you could still win, like Florida, well, fine. And I think Montreal's in a good position to do that. But even with that, even though they're in a good position, it's not a given. And then secondarily, I take a look at the San Jose's and the Chicagos, and I'm like, okay, it's promising. Sure, like the Anaheims, I think, are another team that's a really interesting position. I think a team that can do it like Florida because they can build that team. I like that team's depth a little bit more. The number 1 defenseman, they have the forward core. I really like how they can build the overall team. I think Anaheim and Montreal are going to be those 2 teams that are like, okay, how are they like how? But they're going to be winning all the cups, and then the teams.
But you've really changed your mindset on Anaheim.
Yes, but it's like you could see a Celebrini and a Bedard only win one, like maybe one or something, or have a tough time getting it. And teams like Montreal and Anaheim better having team success. Like
I think San Jose is pretty loaded.
But I think San Jose is starting to get to that point.
They could get another defenseman in this draft, like
correct.
Reed.
And I think San Jose is going to probably run the West.
I'll take the.
Like, would you rather be San Jose or Montreal?
I'll take either, but I think I'd rather be San Jose than Anaheim.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think, you know what I think it could be like a Chicago LA situation.
Oh, that's close then.
Like, I think one team just.
I think San Jose would be the Chicago.
Probably.
And Anaheim has to attain to LA's level.
And there's like, just the teams with the most high-end talent don't necessarily win. It's like the depth. And I think teams like Anaheim and Montreal, even though they have great high-end talent, the depth is what I think their roster construction can be a bit more effective.
I know you're going to maybe scoff at this a little bit, but I think the Kachucks talked about the podcast today. TSN did, like, that streak of Crosby being the captain for
over
2,000, 3,000. It's over. Like, Celebrini took it. That's a big moment. And I think that's for good reason. Like, I think Celebrini's going to be a staple for years to come in the playoffs. It could start as soon as next year.
Well, it probably will start next year, to be honest with you. No, again.
I think that team's going to be in there almost every year. Penalty year?
Yeah, Barbashev. That's a late penalty. You can't
50
take.
Point 1 second. We got to answer this question from Adonis before we go to break. Your comments?
I don't really have any huge thoughts on it right now, to be honest with you. I think you'll have to see how things develop.
I favor Etu. I think Cody does as well.
I'm going to be honest. Do you honestly think one of them? I think one of them will be signed before next season, probably, right? Like, knowing how Bill Zito operates, I think those are one of the extensions he probably gets ahead on. The bigger ones, he might wait on. I mean, I don't know why, but he does. These kind of depth moves, though, he usually gets ahead of. So, not entirely sure as to why, but I'm sure that there'll be some resolution to that, and then Who knows what happens in net?
Yeah, I did see Liljegren extension today.
I like him. I think he's a good player.
Sorry there, Diehard. We were missing your comments there earlier. We're at 38 seconds here. We'll sync up again to start the second.
A's for Natchez, swallowed up by Hart.
Yeah, Cody's always been a huge fan of Lehkonen and kind of what he brings in the playoffs. Cody always talks about kind of his presence.
Unit, I don't think.
What's that?
I don't think he's on this first unit. They had Taze running it. Wow.
Yeah, I thought Taze would get some time here. So he's on the first unit over Malinsky.
Yeah, and Burns.
Yeah. I would probably have Taves over Burns. Malinsky, I would give a long look at here.
But Colorado's power play hasn't really been that great this year. I mean, it was better. It was 1 for 11 in the first round. It was 5 for 13 in the second. Much better in the second round. That's probably the best it's looked all year.
Yeah. If Taves is on his first unit, though,
as good as they were,
we're going to see him get 28, 30 minutes.
As good as they were over the course of this season, Kirby, they were like 30th in the NHL in power play percentage. So,
yeah,
not really. Here's an opportunity. 4, 3, 2.
Wow.
What a save by Hart, and that's it.
Went over. Kadri getting pushed off.
Kadri freaking flops, and that'll be the end of the first. Pretty even period, I'd say. I think
I like Colorado's period a little bit better, but Vegas got to feel pretty good being tied here.
Well, I think they settled into the game better than I thought they would. So we'll see what happens. Before we head to intermission, let's hear a word from our sponsor, CatsNR.
Panthers fever is here. Are you geared up? CatsNR in Davie is the place for all your Florida Panthers needs. They have the latest gear for our favorite NHL team. Jerseys, polos, t-shirts, hoodies, hats, and more. CatsNR has you covered. Stop by their store in Davie or at pantherswear.com. Again, that's pantherswear, WEAR.com for all your Panthers gear.
And then word from another one of our sponsors, Jeremy Beckham. Champions don't settle, and neither should you. Let me introduce Jeremy Beckham at Beck Sells FLA, bringing a competitive edge to South Florida luxury real estate. If you want a home that performs in all 3 zones, location, lifestyle, and long-term value, Jeremy is your power play. The clock's ticking. Let's go for the cup. Reach out now at becksellsfla.com. And if you want to have an opportunity to win this Anton Lundell signed wall-sized frame photo, courtesy of Palm Beach Autographs, make sure to become a gold member. They will have an opportunity to win this, and we will be announcing the winner in the coming weeks. And if you want to know how to become a member, as well as any other contributions you can make to our channel, we really do appreciate any and all support. You could go to our YouTube homepage and find out if you want to buy your own membership, upgrade your own membership, gift a membership, and find out the access to all the perks that each membership tier provides. There are bronze, silver, and gold level memberships. If you do appreciate the work we do on our channel, we appreciate your support. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on all of our videos, and make sure to hit the notification bell as we go live much more than we do podcast episodes at this rate. So you will be able to interact with us via the live chat, as well as becoming a member. One of the great perks of being a member is you get to join our members only live streams. We allow our members to come on and just have different conversations, whether it be about the NHL or other topics. So with that, we say thank you for any and all support. We will be back for the start of the second period. Thanks, everybody.
We are back here for the start of the second. Nick, I might be a bit ahead of you now, so you have to let me know.
Probably are.
So that intermission, I heard a stat. Nathan McKinnon's line was outshot 5-0.
By just the Vegas in general?
Vegas in general. And McKinnon.
Who are they mainly matched up against? I'm assuming the Eichel line?
Yeah, a bit. And frustration from McKinnon because he's not getting the outlets from McCarr, who's not there.
Mm.
They're not connecting with him.
There's Ray Farrar. I'm going to put you on mute so I can hear Ray. Hold on.
Yeah, we got to do a puck drop sync here. I'm getting ready for puck drop here. Are you close or no?
I could see them. Can you hear the thing in the background?
A little bit. Puck drop now?
Puck drop now.
Okay, what time are you at?
57, 56, 55, 54.
Yep. Perfect. 53, 52.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. You're ahead today. You caught up with us.
Yeah, dog won't shut up down the stairs.
Acting up tonight. Oh, here's a break.
You hear him?
Yeah. Non-stop beats. A lot of energy. Young pup. Oh, they were doing Chihuahua intermission shows here at the Ball Arena.
Yeah.
Out there. Doing some tricks. Wow. Towards the net here. Colorado's still on this power play. Who was the penalty on last period? I can't remember now.
Barbashev.
Oh, yeah. In the corner there. Yeah. Thank you.
Here's Taze for Natchez, for McKinnon on the half wall. For Kadri back up top. Taze. You could tell he just doesn't have the ability. McCarr. It's just it makes such a big difference with McCarr out there.
Well, I think like Taves can run one at the quarterback, but McCarr just steps through on guys and wheels, and
it's a different level.
Yeah, I think Taves could run a top 10 to 12 power play though.
Well, I don't doubt that. Yeah,
like he's not going to kill you out there, and you kind of defer to the forwards at that point, where McCarr's a weapon in himself.
Is McCarr done for the playoffs, you think?
Nothing that I've heard. Do you think he's out long term?
I don't know. I think Stone is.
When Stone usually exits the lineup, he takes a while to come back, usually. He's not usually a game day-to-day decision.
But day-to-day at this stage can mean separated shoulder.
Yeah, if you're coming out of the lineup, it could be a lot more than...
Yeah, I feel if you're out of the lineup for any reason, especially maybe because it's early in the series, they feel, hey, let's just give them the extra 2 days, right? But I feel it has to be pretty serious, right?
Something that could worsen also maybe bring the guy out. If you put him, something can worsen, which is a bigger fear. Maybe that's the McCarr situation. I don't know.
I remember we lost Mikkola and Reinhart last year, and we had to play with Balinskis and Boakfist in game 4.
That turned out to be day-to-day.
Well, I mean, we lost game 4, and then they said, fuck that. Your ass is going back in the lineup. I don't care if it hurts.
Reinhart didn't have any surgery in the offseason, though, right?
No. He just probably had some this year, because why not?
Big face-off win there. Big save. Sure. Wedgwood, I think it's Jake Allen on the Sportsnet panel for this series, so they bring a new guy in every round.
Right. And
he was talking, obviously, about the goaltending. Wedgwood, he said, is a reactionary goalie. I think Wedgwood is close to like a Stolars and Alex Lyon, but maybe a little bit better fundamentally. What? But he's kind of that goalie where he kind of moves around, reactionary-wise.
Yeah, I mean, a backup, traditionally a backup. I don't know how he took the job from Blackwood.
Yeah, but like he's not a technical goalie like Jake Allen said. He's very reactionary style, and he'll battle. And you're either one or the other, And I'm always going to favor towards that fundamental goalie. That's why I was never big on Tristan Jarry. Is
that why you're big on Knight?
I am, but I wish Knight would use
Was
more of
less
his athleticism
fundamental.
that he actually has, where a lot of goalies don't. Like, that's the part to me, right? That's why I was so big of a Roberto Luongo fan. Over time, he became more of a technical goalie, but he was always athletic.
Oh, hand pass.
And pass. You know what I mean? But then Luongo had to really bear down on his technique later in his career because he didn't have the athleticism no more, right?
Yeah.
You know, so I always think like I would take a Roberto Luongo.
Showing Mitch Marner.
I would take a Roberto Luongo athletic goalie over a fundamental one. But a lot of these guys don't have the athletic ability.
Mitch Marner, 63 points in 70 games in the playoffs for Toronto. This postseason, 18 points, 13 games they're showing. So does that put him over a point per game? No, it doesn't. Puts him just under it, though.
Do have the up-to-date point standing leaders. It's interesting to see a lot of these names will not be in the conference final. Minnesota, Buffalo put up a lot of points.
Yep.
Will not be advancing.
Here is McKinnon.
He didn't connect there.
Uh-oh.
Here they go. Oh.
McKinnon down the wing.
Wow.
Speed. Oh, my gosh. Oh.
Who will be the icebreaker here? Vegas coming back on a 3-on-2 here.
He's doing Fiev shot blocked.
Teams haven't been able to capitalize on these breaks. It's, you know, off a defender, you know, Nick, or a little wide.
3-on-2, I think. Nope.
Nature's buzzing.
Nature's. Oh, that's dangerous. It's Howden for Marner, who just missed him, or might have went off a stick. Oh, Marner.
On the broadcast, they mentioned too, Nick, on Sportsnet, they said Vegas was so slow in the first 4 to 5 minutes, and then they kind of adjusted from there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But they were slow coming out, like I thought.
Yeah.
Like, this is looking really slow. Oh, save there. No penalty in front?
Yeah, I don't know why Antonio thought Aiden Hill is better than this guy.
Antonio in the chat tonight?
Nope.
Hit that thumbs up button, everyone. Hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. I don't know where McKinnon was going with that shot there. What are we seeing around the Twitterverse today or on NHL news? Anything?
Um,
I'm seeing Jay Woodcroft get mentioned finally. I've been a proponent of him. You've talked about it a bit.
For Toronto?
Or Toronto, I saw it today. But just to be mentioned, you know, as a front-running coach. Candidate. I know David Carl, the Denver University coach. I think he only makes about $700,000-800,000 a year. But do you want to leave that job security, go to the NHL, and get fired in 2 years?
No, I wouldn't. Why would you? You have a guaranteed second job. I just string it out as long as I can there.
Yeah, unless a team is paying you so much on a long-term deal, then your family wants that security, then fine, I guess. But it's not a job security position. It's a salary security, but I don't know if you want to pass on what you have going in Denver. For these teams in Edmonton and Toronto that might not have their superstar players there longer than the next year or two.
Right.
High reward, though, if you do win. But again, if you don't win, you see what happened with Knobloch, you get fired.
Yeah, if you don't win the cup.
You don't actually win, even if you do well. So that's what some coaches have to be looking at. Okay, I get to conference final, I'm still going to get fired.
Okay, Peter Laviolette.
Yeah. He seems to get different jobs, though. That's a
Gerard Gallant.
Yeah, it's true. He's dealing with some health stuff now. We need to get him to come by here.
Yeah, that we do.
Mention
Got a lot of questions.
questions. You might be available to answer them now.
Colorado is starting to control a bit here.
What were the shots after one?
I think Vegas had it was 10-9 or 10-8. It might have been 10-10, but it wasn't. Off the wall. Oh, up ahead. Here you go. Here's Theodore. Throws it to the net. I don't know why he would do it I don't know where Carlson was doing there. I need to step away for a moment, Kirby.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
We'll get to the chat here. 2013, last time President's Trophy team won the cup. Avalanche would be snapping a long-time streak. Yeah, I picked Colorado, and I wasn't even – I knew the President's Trophy so-called curse, but I was not even putting that into play for me, Beef Cat. I'm starting to look at when you're making these picks, like we go on the record, and you guys as well that are in our bracket challenge, look at the pods they're in, right? I'm like, okay, Carolina's got an easy road, and I had them pretty much through to the conference final. And then I'm like, okay, they're going to play Tampa, and I had Tampa beating them, but I'm like, they could get to the cup. I understand that. And even if you wanted to favor Carolina to go to the cup at the beginning because they had the easier path than, say, Tampa, that's fine. So that's what I kind of looked at with Colorado. I'm like, okay, Dallas and Minnesota, one of those two is going home. And then Colorado has to play the other one. And then they're going to play a not best version of Edmonton, I thought. You know, you look at what Vegas has done. Some people in our bracket had Vegas. I'm like a young Anaheim, a young Utah. I kind of like if Colorado can get through that second round. I like their path to the conference final. So I understood that, you know, Carolina's was maybe unquestionably the easiest. I also thought of that about Edmonton. And they weren't able to capitalize to even get out of the first round. So, again, I was looking at Colorado's path in there and having to only play one of Minnesota or Dallas. If they had to play both, I don't know if I would have went there. At that time, I might have leaned Edmonton. Some of you might have leaned Vegas. So I think that kind of helped. And again, they got the rest through LA, which I thought would be kind of a sweeper 5 games. And then they're able to dispatch of Minnesota relatively soon. And that's good for them because they've got some injuries right now. Like Lekkonen's banged up. I think Nelson's banged up. Obviously, McCarr's not playing here. And you see the difference of them having McCarr in the lineup. It's a lot more even kind of game, even though I still feel like Colorado's been the better team. McCarr just takes them over the top from the back end. Nothing that really Vegas can counter anymore with an older blue line that they have now. They're trying to figure out how Anderson and Hanifin fit. I'm still wondering that. Like, I'm watching these two, and I'm like, I don't know how much big of a difference they're making to the blue line. They should be making a bigger difference. Like, I watched Anderson a lot in Calgary. You know, not a great roster overall, and he's on certain nights their best player. And I don't know, it's just hasn't been that good a fit so far here in Vegas. Hanifin's kind of regressed from where he was at maybe a year and a half ago. So they need more from their blue line here. As we're back to action here, I'll give you guys another timestamp here. Wedgwood with the freeze. We're at 13:31 here of the second. Remaining 13 shots on net in favor of Colorado here. Well, good question there, Diehard. Oh, good pass for play in front there. Big save by Wedgwood. Both goalies doing a good job straight coming across here, left to right, east to west.
All right, I changed it.
Having issues?
No, I just wanted to lay down.
Oh, you wanted to lay down. Okay. The lights are kind of shining through.
You know what? Give me a minute. I can hear you still. It's just I probably should turn them.
You might want to change the light thing. I don't know if that's.
Yeah, I could easily. I'll just turn off all the lights.
But I can hear you just as good there if you're more comfortable there.
Can you hear me here?
Yeah, you're further away. I can hear you though.
Well, no shit.
Oh, yes. This is what Nick's like off air, everyone. Here we go.
I think we're so deep into the playoffs at this point.
If
we go back to the Cup final next year and we do those late nights, this is what it's going to be like.
No patience.
I'm really tired today.
You're not on camera right now.
I know I'm not.
Okay. Question from Diehard here, Nick.
I'm a little surprised by it for certain. Is this better?
That's fine.
A little surprised by it. I thought they probably could have given them their pick back. I think taking a second is ridiculous, honestly. But I guess, they want to make them feel it a bit. It's not a great – I mean, why would you do that? It's an idiotic thing for John Tortorella to do.
I think they were warned repeatedly about different things. It could have I don't know, did it predate Torts, or was it all when Torts just came there?
Oh, here's a chance. Oh, good stick by Hannafin.
Nelson on the doorstep there.
That was Hannafin. A great stick again.
No, but Nelson 11.
Yep.
Yeah,
here's Marner ahead. Marner's a very reactionary player. He kind of waits for the play to come to him, but then he isn't really going attack.
Certain areas of the ice that aren't his favorite. So that's why I'm not a fan.
The corners.
Yeah, corners. Certain things on like a forecheck where I just don't think he'd ever be a fit in Florida. The system that we play. William Karlsson would be a good guy off of Vegas. Waugh. Oh, he's on Colorado now. I'm mistaken there. The guys like Howden. I hate to say this, Colasar. Some of their blue liners. I was talking when you were away, Nick, about Hannafin and Anderson. They just haven't. I
heard the whole thing. Not a good fit. I mean, both have kind of regressed in their roles.
Yeah.
Since coming to Vegas,
Anderson was an impactful player in Calgary, even with not a good roster.
Yeah, that's probably one of the bigger surprises.
Yeah, because they were targeting Anderson for a year and a half. I think Vegas was.
Well, yeah, they were targeting him that offseason too. Remember
Dallas
when the Ekblad thing was? Oh, no, of the head. Remember Ekblad? There was some uncertainty there, and we heard his name mentioned to Florida. Dallas is a team that was interested in him, right? So, I mean, very, very what's it called? Very underwhelming return in that deal so far.
It's surprising because usually Vegas guys that they target, pan out.
Yeah, immediately. But those are two guys that haven't. And, take a look. Brandon Saad is another guy that, they brought him from being bought out. But you're hoping to maybe get like a 30.2 way winger at that point, right? And he's not even that. He's healthy scratched a lot. So, disappointment for Vegas, obviously. Jeremy Lauzon comes in. Kirby, you called him that goofy bastard, Nick Hague, but he's not there anymore. And I know you don't like him, but it's those types of players. It's the Alec Martinez. It's Nick Hagues. It's the Nick Waz. It's certainly the Zach Whiteclouds. Probably
Whitecloud. You and I like him. That puts more pressure on McNabb, though. Then you're okay. You got.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how good McNabb is at this point. I think I'd rather have Whitecloud than McNabb.
Well, I'm more of a Whitecloud guy. I'm fine if people prefer McNabb or Hague, but I'm a Whitecloud guy where you can play him in your middle pairing, but when you have him in your bottom pairing, you're scary good.
Well, and that's what Vegas was. I mean, they're scary good.
You have him in the playoffs, Whitecloud. He's not playing in the playoffs this year. You got to be careful coming through the neutral zone with a guy like that.
I can't believe it's kind of hard to believe Vegas has had that much turnover.
Like McNabb, I would say maybe better in his own zone than Whitecloud, but Whitecloud better through all three zones. A team like Colorado, Nick, okay, McNabb's good in front of the net, but Colorado's not bothered by a guy like that. They'll just move around, cycle the puck.
Yeah, I think
not like a matchup problem.
And you've seen it like guys like Ben Hutton and Kaden Korzak, they probably don't bring that intimidating factor either. Ooh,
no, Hutton has. That's why I never.
Dylan Coughlin. I mean, Ben
Hutton came into the league the same time. Hutton came in with Vancouver, and he's just allergic to contact.
Didn't they say he was the guy that was going to be playing next to who?
When we came in with Vancouver?
Yeah, who was he supposed to be playing? Like, oh my gosh, Marner.
Who you're thinking of?
Who was supposed to be their top pair guy, right?
This was before Quinn Hughes and all that. Yeah, their top pairing guy. I'm trying to think of what their pairings would have been then.
Vegas is surprising me a bit here today, how well they're hanging in there. I mean, Colorado, this is a tight game. I envisioned a low-scoring game, Kirby, we talked about.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah.
We talked about what? We didn't talk about being.
Or I said slow start.
Oh,
So
okay.
I envisioned kind of.
I didn't know that would equate to this low of scoring. We're halfway through the game here, 10-minute mark of the second, 0-0 here.
It looks like Vegas is playing in that structure. I mean, Colorado able to kind of get through the neutral zone, but it's
If Vegas can steal a low-scoring game like this is big for them because I don't know if this is completely in their DNA, but it shows, hey, we can play any style of game maybe against Colorado, and let's start out with a low-scoring game.
well, yeah, and then at that point, it's like, okay, maybe Hart can steal a game from you, and then maybe
That would be one
power, and then maybe power play gets off, and it's like, okay, well, you could find a way to get there, especially if Cale Makar's not in.
And Nathan McKinnon, he's frustrated again. He's having about a C grade. He's swearing right now. He's going off on the bench. He's fired up. Maybe he doesn't find it tonight.
Yeah, some games.
We got Macaulay Yup in the house here. Yeah, I don't look. If fans want a lot of goals, Yup, then fine. But again, what do you expect? It's like, okay, it's 3-2 hockey game here. Here we go. And I guess it's good from some people being an outside fan, but I'm a fan of 2-1, 3-2 hockey and not 3-2 hockey 5 minutes into a game or 10 minutes into the game. So I do favor this style of game a little bit more. I think this game's missing a little bit of a jump in emotion here. And, not having a guy like Cale Makar in the lap. I think Cale Makar's out there right now, Nick. This is more of an exciting 0-0 hockey game. So you're missing.
For sure. And I don't think it's a 0-0 game if he's in. I think that power play, there were some opportunities there.
Yeah. But even if it was, the goalie has to stand on his head a little more. You're getting more, back and forth play. So, yeah, I agree with you. I'm not going to say, yup, it was unwatchable hockey. It was exciting, and to be able to cover it here on our channel, watch the live stream with all of you. I thought those games, hey, it's something to watch, something to be excited for. But that style of hockey can only get you so far. And I think Buffalo was more conducive to that style of hockey than Montreal. We'll see what Montreal can do. Can Montreal do what Vegas is doing here tonight and just keep it low scoring with Carolina and not panic and say, hey, we can play your style of game low scoring and we're not going to try to play outside of ourselves. But that's the question. Does Montreal start to make these fancy slot passes, area plays where they're turning it over? That's where Aho, Jarvis, those type of guys, Stankoven, they'll get going. So you got to limit the turnovers, play this style of game. I think that's going to be more the Carolina-Montreal series than here tonight. We'll see, Nick, if this continues in this year. I'll be quite surprised if we're playing 0-0, 1-1 hockey. I'll be quite surprised.
I don't think we're going to be playing this type of hockey for too much longer, to be quite honest with you. I'm very surprised. I thought Vegas would have been a lot more erratic, but they've hung in there and they've kind of been able to shut down that McKinnon line. And in a sense, now you see Gabriel Landeskog against this Eichel line. I don't know when they're going to drop the puck.
No. And just mentioning lackluster system, I've criticized Vegas on their road to the conference final here of not really having a identity, but maybe you're creating something here,
And I think you see that a lot. It's like these teams that are maybe good teams that they don't really play anybody and they're not tested, and then they actually surprise somebody.
Yeah.
As it there, take a look.
And again, I might have been underselling Vegas on their road here again to the conference final. I did watch them in both series fairly close, but I just thought a lot of the game with Vegas, especially in the Utah series and a bit in the Anaheim, they capitalized more in the Anaheim. But it was just back and forth, kind of disjointed hockey.
Well, yeah, and I don't think
you'd be more proud of this effort.
You're certainly not getting this.
There's a chance.
Here we go.
Oh, nice pull drag there. Colorado
should have sauced that to.
Well, that Marty Natchez coming back on the play there. Okay.
How has he been this playoff?
He's been buzzing around different things. I don't know if I'd go as far as the light switch or whatever. I think he's been all right.
Are they going to say this is too many men?
I might highlight break here for some reason.
Barbershow's got to send that up ahead.
Landeskog made a nice play there, Nick, on that play, and Natchez. That might have been offside on Eichel on that play.
See, Natchez comes back.
And then Landeskog in the slot.
He's got this Carlson, Howden, Marner line that's been incredible. So the top 6 has really been great for Vegas, and Hurdle started to get something going there on that third line. So
they just showed a stat from Jack Eichel, and I know what he leads. Did I say he leads the Knights in assists, I believe?
mm-hmm.
He has 1 goal with 37 shots. So that kind of hasn't been talked about because everyone else is putting the puck in the back of the net here for Vegas, especially last round. Vegas was getting a little bit of production there too from Theodore in that last game against Anaheim. So they're going to need some defense scoring here against Colorado.
Marner closes off the wall, sends it around the boards. Nobody there. Oh, Hutton misses it. They better hurry up, Vegas.
Both first lines.
Kadri, I don't know what he's doing. I think Kadri's probably getting close to the end.
You just have been not impressed.
I've not been that impressed with him.
I feel like he can turn it up though. Like at a certain time.
Maybe it's because I'm so used to like him getting first line minutes and how good he was in Colorado, and now he's just not. But like, do you still think he's a 65, 70 point second line center?
He might not be anymore, but he was still putting up some numbers in some games with Calgary. Like not good players on the roster, but still be able to. There's a nice second effort play from him. He does the little things though. Like he doesn't bother me when you're able to. He adds other elements to the game. Wow. But both first lines haven't been overly impressive here. They've kind of been stifled.
How do you think Eichel's been this run? Do you think he's been as good as he was?
What a goal. I think
wow.
He had that one. Nick, the depth of Vegas that you've been kind of questioning?
I will say I've been impressed with Brandon Saad in this playoff. It kind of starts. Sissons does a nice job picking it up. Comes through the neutral zone with speed, and he hits Saad there, and they find the trailer. You talked about early in the game, Curb. Kel McCarr kind of being that trailer for Colorado and how Vegas was going to have trouble with that. Well, they come back and do it on good speed through the neutral zone, dropping it off to the side there for Saad. Good patience. Good transition speed for Vegas on the rush. Colorado's got to do a better job of getting back there. I don't know if they got caught with 2 guys below the ash marks and they couldn't get back at the end of the shift, but
Coughlin first
really that you want Wedgwood to do there either. I mean, it's a 5-hole, right? But I mean, again, that's a high quality opportunity in the high slot. Probably a little traffic in front. It looked like.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to see another replay if Wedgwood should have had that one. Vegas 5-1 when they score first in these playoffs.
And Carter Hart has shut the door tonight. So I mean, again, you get the first goal, you probably look a little bit better than people were expecting. Hart looks dialed in. I mean, you're frustrating Nathan McKinnon without Kel McCarr. Again, where are the Colorado players? Nelson's got to be coming back a lot harder there. And
Manson kind of screened him coming through on that a little bit, but I think Wedgwood still, went right through him.
So
close
a little
up.
bit of a screen, but Brock Nelson's got to come back a lot harder, a lot better effort coming back there, and in hopes to get a stick there. But Colorado needs to rebound plenty of time in this game. I still don't think they can feel too bad about how they played today. I think it's been a very evenly matched game. Here's Malinsky shooting.
Yeah, and if you're gonna give like Colorado a B- C grade, they can still pull these type of games out. That's how good they are, right? Like that's where you.
I think this is probably a B+ A- game from Vegas. I did not expect.
Yeah, you're getting up to that B+ territory. I'd give them right now. That first 5 minutes was not good at all.
Here's Landeskog out in front. But this is a game Vegas has to win, I feel, at this point, right?
Yeah, if you're thinking of like winning this series.
Especially,
you can't give away this type of effort.
If Colorado had gotten off to a quick 2-0 start, it's like, okay. But now the way Vegas is played, you don't want to waste an effort like this. Be very demoralizing. And I feel Vegas isn't one of these teams. I think Vegas is one of those teams that will feed very much on the momentum and grinding them down in this series.
Beef Cat talking on Vegas's D-zone play. Just not the same defense that Vegas used to have, where they're just, posting up in, shot blocking in the lanes, but it's a different style of defense now.
From Duncan, British Columbia, Dylan Coughlin.
Okay. I've been through Duncan. I don't know if I've spent any time there. I've been almost through every area.
It's Cadre.
I've been through almost every area of BC except way, way up north.
Cadre had some room to cut to the inside there. Oh, is there a penalty? Oh.
How do you get hurt?
Vegas is going on the power play. I don't know what happened there.
Rasmus Anderson. He can play it up a little bit too.
It's a rough. I don't know what. Oh, it's Ross Colton. Okay. He got away with an elbow earlier tonight. So Ross Colton, I think he's won what? How many cups? 2 with?
Is it 2?
He's won 1.
A little bit of embellishment by Anderson there. Glove up to the face, I guess. I don't know. He sold that one. Ross Colton's not happy. Does he want embellishment?
So much.
Oh, I would love this question here. Yup, to be your boy. Are you in the chat? Your boy cannot stand Dorofeev. It's pretty close. Like, Dorofeev, like, he can finish plays where sometimes Verhaeghe can't. But then when you get to the
playoffs, here's the thing: if I could get a consistent 30-goal score in Carter Verhaeghe, I think Verhaeghe brings a bit of a power forward element as well, where I don't believe Dorofeev does.
Really? Okay. Well, I think sometimes that really comes and goes in the regular season.
Yes, I do. But again, it's like I think Carter Verhaeghe can be a little bit more of a physical force. If I could get a 30-goal scoring physical Carter Verhaeghe, there's a hell of a player.
I think Dorofeev is clearly the better regular season player. Like, clearly. He'll go off on a certain night, 2-3 goals, and he carries your team. Playoffs, it's close. But Verhaeghe, he's got to have an impactful run here in 25, 26 when it comes to
Jeremy?
Turning to the playoffs. How's it going, Jeremy? So, Nick, I think Dorofeev's making...
There's Colton yelling at the ref.
Yeah, he was. I think Dorofeev's making it a discussion now. And does some team offer sheet Dorofeev? I think he's an RFA.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I do think he could be slightly overrated, to be honest with you.
But, Nick, he gets stuff going in Vegas when other guys aren't. Like,
but last postseason, he really struggled.
Yeah, but, like, I'll turn on a game in the regular season, and the guy is just going. Like, sometimes he's Russian, right?
Right.
Some of those guys, they just come and go. I'm not going to play tonight on a sleepy night in November or a slow night. Every time I turn the TV on, man, like, he's like driving play and driving the team. And Carter Verhaeghe doesn't do that for the Panthers, regardless of if we have a full lineup or we need him to be that driver. Like, I think Dorofeev's a better driver of a team. When we had all the injuries that we had this year, I'd rather have Dorofeev.
Well, Verhaeghe is severely disappointed, I think, as did Bennett. And I don't care. Bennett.
Like Verhaeghe's shown himself to be more of a passenger, not like a driver.
Yeah, especially now in the playoffs, he used to be.
He used to be. Now, does he?
Kirby, I told you I wasn't a fan of it. I don't like signing wingers like that. And
he's been signed. He's not been that exact same player.
But again, I mean, if he doesn't have an impactful year next year, I think you're going to start to hear like, is this a guy we could think about moving and
or some upgrade?
And I don't think that's out.
And I hate to say that because I love playoff Carter Verhaeghe, but
he was good last year. He was around a point per game, but it's like I never felt still he hit that level.
Like you saw it a little bit early in that Carolina series, but it's
now if he puts up 30, like if he puts up 35 goals and around 65, 70 points, are you saying is that a bounce back year for you?
How much?
Like, let's say he gets 34 goals, 68 points.
Not bad, but what, the 40-goal dream is dead then at that point, you're saying?
He's a 35-goal scorer.
It's all right, but it's not a 40.
So you think a 35, 40-goal, 70-point season should be the expectation?
Could be almost the expectation.
Oh, here's Marner. Oh,
wow. What a play.
Oh, what a play.
Mitchie Marner?
Dorofeev.
On that inside-out move, though.
Yeah, Pavel Dorofeyev probably.
Marner, though, man. Whew.
What a pass. Oh, my gosh. Being taken into the
Got
board.
to take Marner out of the play, and he still makes the play over there. You can't just play his stick, Nick. Maybe it was harder for Mitch Marner in the Atlantic Division. Does anyone realize that? What a play. And Dorofeyev, as we talked about.
Kirby, I don't care what you say. Mitch Marner, big play, Western Conference Final.
They like playing together. Dorofeyev and Marner love playing together.
This is shocking.
That's a shocking. Well,
End of the playoffs for Dorofeyev.
I told you, if Marner does this, and I've got it at the bottom of the screen there, leading the NHL, but if he continues this pace against Colorado and they still lose in 5-6 games, I'll give it to him.
Kirby, if he continues his pace and they're able to win the cup, he's the Conn Smythe winner.
Well,
Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something?
Will be there with them, but yeah, you're not wrong.
Like, you don't think he's the Conn Smythe favorite right now, or one
Right
of?
now, but like I still have a hard time thinking he would get it over Eichel if they continue through.
Unless he just went like off.
Well, if he's going to put up 3 points, and again, I'm going to give him credit in that Anaheim game 6. He was responsible for all 3 of those goals. One was a screen, one was a pass, and then the highlight goal, which, you know, Lacombe, you got to put him on his ass, but you didn't.
Look at Vegas; they're quick to the puck. I mean, they seem to be kind of all in right now.
Now, this is going to be a shocking start to the conference finals if Vegas takes game 1 here in this fashion.
Carolina all of a sudden starts to say, hold on a minute.
Well, like I said, last year I gave any of the 4 teams remaining a chance, Nick, and Carolina just got pumped from the start against Florida. But I thought any of the 4 had a shot.
Do you feel that way about this year? Nope.
No, I didn't feel that about Vegas.
Vegas is the one team you said no way.
No.
And I kind of agreed.
Now, do they take this game? Because I did say 5, and then Colorado takes the next 4? Or does that not happen?
Find out.
I don't crown teams early. You know that. Even when it's our team. You say I'm too hard on our team. But I was pumped when Florida won the 4 overtime game because I said you need to win those type of games.
This will be the first time,
yeah,
if this continues, if this ends as the woman behind the bench looks very concerned.
Oh.
It's like, why are we losing to Mitch Marner?
Your boy is in the chat. How are you feeling, your boy? Your boy hates Dorofeyev as much as I hate Marner. Yeah, I do like Verhaeghe's motor in the playoffs, Beef Cat, but also like how he commits to the forecheck. Your boy, every time you bring up Dorofeyev, finds a goal during the regular season. I always message your boy when Dorofeyev scores a goal on a Panthers game night and I'm home and I'm tuned into a Vegas game. I'm like, uh-oh, here goes Dorofeyev again. Here comes Colorado back.
Here's Colorado with some numbers. Oh, my gosh, dude.
And get nothing out of that.
To the point, out of the zone. If you're Vegas, you really want to get out of this period.
This is huge momentum here.
Do you think Colorado gets one before the end of the period here, Curb?
I'm not feeling anything here.
Neither am I.
Might make a big save here.
Shoot, the damn puck. I feel like Tay should have ripped that. I don't know what he's doing.
Colorado pinching down the wall there. Vegas got to get it out.
Uh-oh. Wow.
Yep. Puck freeze. O'Connor may be one of the best Avalanche here tonight. That's a good thing.
25 stops for Carter Hart thus far.
I don't think Burns has been having a good night here, Adonis. I talked about him there in the first. You noticed him on that play.
What do you want about the Vegas Golden Knights? Everybody criticizes their management. If they're able to pull through, no matter what happens the rest of the series, Curb, I think it's a successful season for them.
No matter if they get pumped the next 4 games here?
Yep. $43 straight saves for Carter Hart over the last 2 games.
Beef Cat, Crown, and Marner here.
Marner through the neutral zone, chips it in, goes after it, gets to it around the boards there.
But answer me this, chat. Why couldn't Marner do it in Toronto? Too much media pressure? That's why.
What do you think is going to happen in the Cup final?
He has anxiety issues, performance issues. Why couldn't he do it?
What do you think will happen in the Cup final?
Well,
I mean, isn't that media?
Carolina's test arguably is in the Cup final, but you could state it's right now. But I think Mitch Marner's test is this series. So if this, and I'm not even saying the first line for Vegas has been unbelievable tonight, but if this kind of performance continues forward for him, it doesn't really matter at that point. This is Mitch Marner's first conference final. So why is he elevating his game? And if he continues to do that, say moving forward in this series, why is it, light bulb? What Vegas is giving him less role deployment or different things? I don't know. I've heard that. I think it's.
I mean, he played center, Curb.
I know he did more stuff this year for Vegas, so it doesn't make sense to me. I understand the division he's in and everything, but now you're playing Colorado.
But maybe, I mean, again, it's 1 point, so let's not.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I have to see him throughout this series. And there's been a couple plays tonight where he's kind of shied away and stuff.
Oh.
Wow. Speaking of the Marner line getting caught a little bit here.
I think they wanted to go for a change there. And
McKinnon's not allowed it.
Nope. Certainly not.
Flipped out. There's the old Toronto. So he did get it out, though.
Where's the spinorama?
Yeah, no. Where's the spinorama there?
And then Matthews jumps on the ice. Here's Matthews.
No, Beef Cat is now trolling.
What? How did that? Oh my gosh, dude!
That rimmed all the way around.
I'm like, did he stop that for a sec?
Yeah, I think, Jeremy, you still have to equate that. But if Marner and Vegas are impressive against Colorado, that says something about this series. But again, we have to see the series play out.
Are we going to get a call? Is this a penalty? Yep. It looks like Nick Dowd's going to the box.
Well, you could get a goal here now, Nick, with a power play.
Even if they get one to quickly start next period, I mean, this is a big power play.
You could say
I
that.
would put Malinsky on the power play.
It gets to a point where you have to do something with the core, and the stuff I'm hearing about Nylander now isn't good, but Nylander outperformed Matthews and Marner. People cannot forget that in the playoffs. But the stuff I heard that Nylander did to Berube this year in practice, Nick, it's not a good look.
What did he do in practice?
He blew up the drill. He said, hey, shoot at Nylander. So when they started the drill, he just slapped it on net right away. And he's like, stop being a dink, Nylander, right? And Nylander's just doing his own thing. And that's when they didn't have Matthews in the lineup. So, they want some leadership from Nylander, and it's just not there. And the Toronto media accepts that stuff. That's not something that we accept with the, Panthers culture and different things like that. So certain things media gets blamed for. They also, make the case for these guys to continue to be problems, And Marner has to own up to, people are just letting Marner off here now because of being in Vegas. What if this was Nylander in Vegas, Nick? He could be doing this. Could Matthews?
I don't know why Kotcher's on this unit.
I think there's more to play with Matthews, though, with health stuff. We are getting near the end of the...
to the front. Oh, my gosh. And that's it.
That's it. There's a question in the chat for you, Nick. Will you just put it up?
No.
I'm not taking... He's $6 million now, yup.
So I know it's kind of early in the series, and game one's not even over yet. There's a power play for Colorado, but like, at what point do you look at this and be like, "Nah, there's no excuse for Colorado to lose this series," and what repercussions could come of
Okay, I'm going to use something.
this?
I think you didn't put it into your mind because I don't know why I didn't save. You didn't put this into your mind because you were watching it from a different perspective. Look what Toronto did last year to Florida early on.
Yeah, that is true.
So we're not even to that halfway mark of.
Well, I mean, again, if they get a quick power play goal here, you're going to have basically the whole period left of a 1-goal game, and Colorado has life. So if Colorado could come out and score on this power play, this is a whole different game. If they don't, well, then you're going to have to start really start taking some chances.
Mm-hmm. I got Gabrielle in the chat here. Gabrielle. Nice to see you.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll be back for the start of the third period. I might take a nap. I don't know. We'll see.
Struggling here. I'll get through all the comments here on the break here.
There you go.
We'll be back here shortly for the start of the third period, everyone. We are back here for the third period. I don't know if Nick Levine will be back with us if he fell asleep. We'll see. It's getting a little too comfy there for that second period. 2-0 Vegas here. We do have a poll on the side of the screen. It's a Carolina Hurricanes poll. Rest versus rust. You can vote on option 3 as well there. You just have to type 1, 2, or 3 there in the chat. I'll try to get some new polls going. I keep forgetting to update them before we do come to air, and then I got to play around here and stuff like that. So we'll get some updated polls going ahead here for these conference final and Stanley Cup finals. I've got some stuff for your boy here in the chat on Dorofeev when he does come back, and if Nick's back here as well. So your boy, you have to let me know when you're in the chat, because I'll have to let you know what they said about him during the intermission on the Sportsnet feed that I have. Obviously here tonight, I'll have the Sportsnet feed for the duration of the rest of these playoffs, I believe, in the conference final and Stanley Cup final. So I'll give you guys different tidbits that you won't be getting on ESPN or TNT, and you guys can fill me in the same and let me know what's being said on ESPN and TNT, since I will not be privy to that. We are back underway here. I am at 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45. Minute 10 to go on the power play here for the Colorado Avalanche, trying to strike for the first time tonight and in this series. McKinnon dancing with the puck here. A lot of it to the outside, though. Has not been able to find his game here today without Cale Makar and his other teammates. Look like they're trying for that bumper play there. Big battle win there for Colorado. Oh, wide open here in the slot. Just missed. Taves let that one go 91.4 miles per hour. Just off the mark there. Vegas needs a clear here. This is an extended zone time here. And they do get the clear. Big clear there. I think that was William Karlsson on the clear. So 22 seconds to go on the power play here. This would be a big kill and a big start to the period here for Vegas with the 2-0 lead. This has got to be somewhat shocking the hockey world here. And again, showing how important a guy like Cale Makar is to the Colorado Avalanche. But no excuses there. You need the other guys to be able to have a good game and show up, and not a lot of Avalanche players have. I think, Connor's been one of their best players, and he's a depth guy for them. Can't get that puck through, and you got a 2-on-1 coming back here for Vegas. Oh, big save there by Wedgwood, but knocks it in. Brett Howden, 3-0 Vegas. Wow, shocker here in Colorado. Save by Wedgwood there. Howden knocked it down with his glove.
Say hello, Kirby. Say hello.
Oh, hello. Hello, Rocky. Watching some puck, Rocky? Let's see if this goal is going to be allowed. Yes, it will be. Howden, nice job knocking it down with his glove. 3-0, Nick.
Yeah, and Brett Howden, another guy that's been kind of an unsung hero for them, was very much so in their 2 series against Utah and Anaheim, very much when they won the Stanley Cup a couple years back. But I don't know. If you're Colorado, man, that is just an unacceptable sequence of events.
Our boy Ryan's got to be shocked here. Is this what Vegas would be doing to Edmonton right now, or last round, I guess you'd say?
Probably.
Wow.
I mean, this is not a good showing by Colorado, but there's still some time left in this game, and they're going to have to bounce back eventually. I don't know if there's anything left to be
that was just at the end of that power play, Nick, for Colorado, where big swing from being, like, say, a 2-1 game to now 3-0. And we are at the 17:45 mark.
Rocky, Curb.
We're at the 17:45 mark. Hello, Rocky.
Say goodbye.
He's being quiet now for a second.
Oh, maybe his parlay went through.
Does he wake you up at night, or does he sleep through the night?
No, it wakes me up in the fucking morning, that's for sure.
I ain't a morning person.
No. No way.
That happens with older dogs too, though. They get you up, so you get it at one. You get it at the front end and then at the back end, just like in life.
Yeah, usually they'll sleep in. They'll hop in the bed with you in the middle age, right?
No, but as a dog owner, you get it just like in real life, at the front end of your life and then at the back end on the way out.
You need diapers in both stages, right?
You want your senile as a dog owner at the beginning and the end stages.
Yep. 3-0 Vegas. Well, there's no excuse, but you'd have to think Cale Makar is going to be back for game 2. There's not. I mean, you cannot lose to this iteration of Vegas, right?
This is going to shock the hockey world, maybe people outside the hockey world right now.
Well, yeah, it's been a really solid overall game by Vegas. Now, if we have a crazy comeback in the making, right, like a quick goal or two can change everything. But I'm watching this here. Vegas seems like they're in complete control. Good. Oh, here's Carlson.
Wow. And that's a big addition to have him back.
Right. So
he's been hurt a lot of the year, hasn't he? In the last couple.
I think he got hurt in October or November or something like that. And then this was his first games back, second round. It's actually the game Mark Stone went out. So
down in the chat, some Rocky love. But Nick, you talked about the annoyance of the Montreal Canadiens fan base. How annoying is the Vegas fan base going to be maybe after tonight? They ain't one of the fan bases I love out there. Anyone in the chat, sorry if you are a Vegas fan, just try and be real. Be real. As much as you guys could say Tampa fans or Florida fans or whoever you're a fan of can be, Vegas fans can be a bit grating.
You think?
And they've been very spoiled like no other fan base. Almost you could say in sports, Nick.
Well, you would say they think we've been spoiled. Panther fans, because what we have. Yeah, I mean, we're very blessed to be Panther fans.
I think there's only Panther fans around.
But like the first 20, 23, 24, 25 years, just because it wasn't 60 years, it means nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, right? Yeah. No, I had lived it.
Right? And like, I had to imagine big stop. I had to imagine a very difficult scenario, Kirby. You go from that cup run in the 96 season, and then you go from that to nothing. And
Beef Cat, they were getting to the inside early, Colorado, and a lot of it's been over the last period and a little bit here. Everything to the outside, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I'm very impressed with how Vegas has defended it. It's very reminiscent of the old Vegas Golden Knights from when they won the Stanley Cup. Hannafin's has been excellent tonight. He's been active up in the play, physically engaged. He's had a great stick tonight. I mean, like intercepting some plays and getting his stick in the lane on a lot of different plays. Rasmus Anderson has had a quiet night, I think. But, you take a look at the forecheck for Vegas. I think the Carlson, the Marners, the Eichels, the Carter Hart. I mean, those big guys are really kind of showing up. And, now you're really starting to see the addition of like a Nick Dowd, Kirby, really starting to pay dividends for them. That fourth line center goes from Nick Wall, Colton Cousins. Now you got Nick Dowd there. You fill that hole just fine.
Yeah. Nick, you mentioned a name there. I just sent you a little message that you'll have to check there. Oh, Nick's busy for a second. Nick, I sent you a little message there in the chat. You'll have to check on speaking on one of the names. Just curious there.
I'll have to find that out.
Certain words are being said, Nick?
Probably.
Like it's going to change the direction of this game?
I know. I don't want to get ahead of the series.
No.
But, like, what does it do narrative-wise if Colorado doesn't win this series? This is probably the first seed of doubt in Colorado.
Well, is Makar not playing in the series? Is part of my follow-up to that?
Let's say he comes back next game.
Oh, and this path still happens like this where they lose in 5 or 6?
Let's say
it does change things for now, and also the kind of more of a legacy talk. But it'll be a very tough year continuing forward with McKinnon and Makar. Obviously, the Olympic stuff will be brought up. This will be brought up. So very tough year. I'm not going to count them out moving forward, though, if that was the case that they lose this year. I think this Colorado team can win 2-3 Stanley Cups. I don't think that changes my.
Well, this would be number 2.
Yeah, but if they fall short, you said in this series, I don't think that changes my mind moving forward. They got to figure out what moves they want to make. Maybe the Kadri one didn't play out like they thought. Probably got to add another blue liner at that point. They're going to look at.
Here's Eichel driving the net. Barbashev to Ike. Nope.
You get an upgrade on like a Brent Burns. Who else is?
Well, I mean, Burns. I mean, again, you would have to think like there needs to be, and they brought in. Oh, you're slightly ahead of me, but. So you're gonna have to pause for a sec, but that's a big goal. There's still 14 minutes left in this game.
A guy I thought would be a big player in this series because I don't know how Vegas can combat him, and you got to go to the net. Beef Cat, we talked about earlier in the game. Colorado was no net drives. They get one back here on a net drive.
Yeah, and there's nobody there. I mean, Ben Hutton lets him get through and lets it get not just input.
Nice deflection through the legs or behind them.
There is nobody there to challenge Nichushkin, and again. If they can get one in the next 7-8 minutes before the 5-minute mark, Kirby, so
they've
one
done it
game.
Minnesota.
So you're a shot away. Ray Ferraro says you're a shot away from being a shot away. But I know this is going to be a lot, but you give the crowd some life, Kirby.
Wow.
One more goal and everything changes, I think, here.
What's your timestamp at here?
13:56, 5.
53, 52, 51, 50.
Okay. Just
why are you behind? We were even. What is it now?
You're like 2 or 3 seconds ahead. Pause it. There.
We should
now.
Good.
What is it?
$35, $34,
yep.
33,
perfect.
2, 31, 30.
Yep.
You guys want to sync with us? If you're ahead of us, that's fine. Again, you'll see our reaction.
That's a big goal for Colorado. Here's Nichushkin, not Nichushkin, Natchez. Up ahead. And I even think even if they're going to lose this game, I think it is so important for them to just get within even just a goal.
Nick, maybe I jinxed it by typing what I did to you in the
press. Yeah, maybe you did.
Gotta work it our way. Gotta work it mine and your boy's way here. Your boy, I gotta tell you about Dorofeev. Is he in the chat? Your boy, are you here? Ted's in the chat. How's it going, Ted? Ted loves the goal horn. That's great. That's our goal horn. There we go. Your boy, I need to see if you're in the chat. Meeksy. No, we don't want a big game. Ted's a big fan of John Tortorella. He's just rooting on John Tortorella. Do you want him with your New Jersey Devils? It ain't going to happen.
Here's McKinnon behind the net.
I thought they were going to commercial here.
No, it was an icing. Oh.
Don't take a penalty. Someone's blade
Burns lost his stick.
And his blade.
Because he lost his stick because it's broken.
Yes, Ted, we already addressed this. Remember, it's halfway. They don't give the Conn Smythe though at the halfway stretch. But yep, there's a lot of talk.
We're only halfway through.
If you guys are all confident, Mitch Marner out there in the chat in the community, you go bet it right now. Go bet it. Or are you going to tell me you guys aren't getting a good enough number on it? Yes, Jeremy, they needed that. So I'm going to tell you, Nick, and I'll have to go tell Meeksy off air because I want everyone to know in the chat. So Jake Allen, goalie in the NHL on the Sportsnet panel, said Pavel Dorofeev has the second best release for a left-hander in the NHL. He only puts Austin Matthews above that. He said right-handed shot guys, no, there's a lot of right-handed shot, like Ovechkin, right? Different guys, right? But he says second best release for a left-handed shot player in the NHL. That's pretty impressive. And Marner said, arguably, it's the best goal scorer he's ever played with, and he's played with Matthews and Nylander.
Also of note, and I don't want to differentiate from that, this is a guy that's probably going to get a lot of money this offseason. I don't know what they're going to do. You have to think Aiden Hill and Tomas Hertl could be on their way out. Sebastian Cossa is available. I hear the price of a second-round pick, according to Frank Saravelli. Is that a thing you're actually willing to do? I feel if we're moving a second, I just attach Mackey to it for Binnington. I feel like we've talked about that.
You would think diehard, they don't want to have another fine come down, so you think he's probably going to adhere to that.
Yeah.
But Nick, I hear a lot of Panther fans mention the name Devin Levi again. Like, his numbers in the AHL are not super impressive. People are showing his numbers like they're like really good. 2.8 something goals against, 9.0. Was it 5 or 903 save percentage?
That's a good, but it's like,
But
you know,
it's not like Sterling. It's some guys in the AHL have a 9.
What is he, a backup? How old is he? He's 23, 24, 25?
He might have shared the net in Rochester where he was this year, something like that. But I'm not giving him a backup job with the Panthers.
He's 24 years old. He's going to be 25. I
don't think it's the right time and place. A lot of fans want to bring him back.
How about Sebastian Cossa?
I think he is further ahead than Devin Levi. I don't know if it would be my number one option.
He's only 23 years old. He's going to be 24.
And you're bringing him in to get, backup regular minutes next year, and you're trying to win the cup. I don't know on that fit.
But I mean, again, Detroit picked Trey Augustine over him.
Yeah. Now, if you really,
oh my gosh,
got to get back. Now it's going the other way. Marty Natchez. Whoa, trying to pick that going against the grain there, Nick. Wow. That could have been a knee on knee. Is that Howden there?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about all these like Hokosa and like people say, oh, we need something better. Like Bob, like, well, why if we're not that satisfied, if people are that worried about Bob, you think Kosa and Levi are adequate 1B options? Well, I don't know.
I think Kosa's above Levi, but again, I don't know if that's a fit.
Do you want to go with an unknown at this point? Because I'm going to be honest, you could fix a lot.
San Jose or Chicago, like Chicago's night.
You could fix a lot of things in the season, the trade deadline. The one thing it's very hard to replace is goaltending. And you're basically like whatever you go into the season with, and I know Colorado did, but whatever you go into the season with, essentially, is what you have. And unless there's like some rare scenarios.
If you want to make goalie changes inside of a season, it's very hard to do that.
Yeah, and I don't think it's feasible, to be completely honest with you. You saw this in the offseason, and 3-on-1, good play by Malinsky.
That's Malinsky there. Look at him wheel. Here he goes. Sam Orr.
They're looking for a goal within the next 5 minutes here. If you can get one, it's, oh my gosh, that place is going to be going nuts.
Team like Colorado might play with the most confident down 2 or 3 goals.
Well, remember, how did they win that Minnesota game?
Down
3-1. They scored, what, 2 in 5 minutes?
Anaheim was a good team this year, too, down a lot. Montreal.
Get to the net. Oh.
This is not looking good for Vegas here.
Oh, they get him.
Wow. Scramble. All those scrambles have paid out for Vegas tonight, Nick.
Yeah. But Hart had that one.
That's the 3rd or 4th one. Most of them were earlier in the night. Oh, he fanned on that, the Colorado defenseman. Was that Manson? Yeah.
Well, that was a deflection right there. That was a good low shot by Kulak. It was deflected there by Colton.
McKinnon got his pocket picked earlier. Kadri in front there with Colton. .10:07 to go, 3-1 Vegas.
Drops. No.
We are at the 10-minute mark now.
Nope. Turnover. I don't know what Devon Tays and Brent Burns. Devon Tays has had a rough night.
You've been on him. I don't know. I think Burns has had the rough night.
They both have.
How much minutes is Devon Tays at?
We'll take a look.
Playing the power play here. That's right, Sam Orr. Better than Mackenzie Orr, right, Adonis?
23-35.
Yeah, I said he was going to get to 28 to 30 minutes.
Kulak's at 19:08. Malinsky's at 16.25.
I think he could get close to 28.
I think it's going to end up getting done.
Nick's been more confident on it than me, Jeremy. Jeremy, I haven't talked to too many people on it over the last month. I keep saying
now again, they don't know, but I mean, I think they're going to end up working it out. I think there's some gamesmanship, and again, if Bob truly wants to stay,
but Nick, tell Jeremy he's not been here for this. What you would do with Binnington, or what your plan would be to do, because the timeline is creeping up.
So and I think the timeline is, I think a 2-year, $6 million AAV, Jeremy, would be the best. But at Bob's age, it's like, oh, we want this, we want that, oh, this, that. And they think they have this leverage, which, first of all, I think they're going to end up getting it done regardless, because I think Bob will take with any reasonable offer he's given, because he doesn't actually want to leave Florida. But if they really feel that they're being that unreasonable, then if I'm Florida, I'm like, I'm calling up St. Louis, and I'm saying, will you take a second and Mackie Samoskevich RFA rights for Jordan Binnington today? If they do, I acquire Jordan Binnington and I go to Bob's camp. I'm like, look, we have a guy that can be our starter with or without you. Now, here are the two options. You can walk out the door and actually really leave because we wouldn't give you a 4x6. You can leave. That is a realistic option. And we know you don't want to leave. And you can say bye-bye because we didn't give you 4 years at $6 million per, and you can depart Florida off that, or you can stay in Florida, which is your number one choice more than likely, and get 2 years at $6 million, be in tandem with Jordan Binnington.
And that's
because when it comes push to shove,
that's not unrealistic, because Bill Zito can play hardball and he can.
Because here's the thing, it's not. Here's the thing: when it comes push to shove, when it's time to walk out the door, do you actually want to leave Florida because they wouldn't give you a 4x6? Is that a joke?
And you also get the chance, okay, it's a 1A, 1B option, but I think Bob also needs to be pushed and challenged more than what Tarasov did this past year. So
absolutely.
And that's not giving up a huge capital for Binnington. I don't care what you say. And get a little retention. Binnington's on the last year of his deal, Jeremy, coming up next year. So that'll be off the books. What's he making right now, Nick? 6?
6.
Yeah, and get some retention on that so you're not paying the full. And by the way, Philip Gustafson, you guys, he's going in for hip surgery. I think he's out of question now for the Panthers.
Who?
Philip Gustafson's going in for
I think that's done.
His season is in jeopardy to start next year. You can't trade for him.
His season is in
His
jeopardy.
season's in jeopardy to start.
To start?
Yeah, to start the year on time.
Well, he may not. Who knows?
If you don't have him at camp and you don't have different things and he's healthy, you don't have.
Kirby, I'm going to be honest. We don't have time to wait. It's a new goalie in general. We don't have time to wait.
But I'm saying if he was high on their list for a trade candidate, he ain't now. I think Demko might be higher up on the list than Gustafson now.
Well, I would look at Demko.
Yeah, if you can get a clean bill, which is saying a lot, I understand.
Oh,
you could go Bob Demko.
Watch the stretch pass.
Because Vancouver's going to have a new coach and they have a new general manager.
Here's O'Connor. There's no help.
Got to get that puck to the middle. Good support there on the point.
That's a lot of bodies to get the puck through. Taze, you add Malinsky to your right.
Would you say two of the better Avalanche players today have been Landeskog and O'Connor?
Yeah, easily.
Malinsky's done all right. Like, I haven't noticed him, but
that was the third guy I was going to mention. Good pickup there. Oh, boy.
Third guy you're going to mention?
Yeah.
Malinsky?
Mm-hmm.
Got to get it deep.
What are you at? 748?
744, 43, 42, 41.
You were a second ahead of me because my TV was ridiculous, like cutting in and out for some reason.
There.
They got to get a goal here in the next 3 minutes, Colorado. They had an opportunity, but
Adonis, you are with us on that one.
Who do you think we're going to add?
And again, I just want to jump in before Nick does. If you play hardball a little bit with Bob by bringing in Binnington, we need to utilize this money somewhere else. You know,
well, yeah,
goalie, another winger, or whoever a defenseman. You know, 2 players, right, Nick?
Yeah,
a winger, a goalie, and a depth defenseman.
Oh,
because if it's Binnington and Skinner, that's going to come pretty cheap, Adonis. We can add another piece.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I think that's just an idiotic, ridiculous ask. You need 4 years at 6, if that's true. I think that's a ridiculous ask. Completely. Oh, the Panthers don't need to bend at this point.
But Nick, we're getting to the point here. Conference final. This is when a trade happened last year.
Oh my gosh,
Mark. Wow, what a turnover. So you're getting to the point where you're starting to inquire on trades here.
Well, I said that you need to know by the Cup final. The start of the Cup final.
Oh, this is the last week or two.
This is the last week. We got to know
It's going to be June here soon.
Ooh.
Howden?
Is
that a dirty play by Malinsky or no?
It might be. I don't know.
His hip? Or
not really. That happens all the time.
Oh, double deflection saved by Hart earlier.
Oh my gosh, Colton, dude. But no, I mean, Kirby, I go to Vegas for the start of the Cup final. But
too far ahead?
No, but I'm give you a frame of mind. But the time I go to Vegas, they should probably have their answer, right?
Oh, are you gonna be live streaming with us? Breaking news. Everyone, Jeremy, we're probably going to be live here on YouTube regardless of what the Panthers do with the goaltender. Skinner, Binnington, Bob, a name that's big that we're not even, mentioned here tonight that we have before. Whatever happens in net, like Nick, I think it's going to be newsworthy here.
Well, yeah, I really do wonder.
If they sign Tarasoff, we ain't coming live on that. We'll be going space and what the hell are we doing here?
Yeah. Well, I will say this. Ready?
But if they re-sign Tarasoff, does that mean a big goalie is coming?
Well, that's what I would think. And I really wonder what we're going to do this offseason. Like, I could see some big names. Like, I could see a big move. I could see moderate moves. I could see, there's not this is the first.
You mean a moderate move in net? I think most of it by name value, it's going to.
I'm talking about in terms of the general offseason. Like, it's going to be a above average move or a huge move. Like, I can see, this is the first offseason we're really going to be that really active in 2-3 years since we lost the Cup final to Vegas.
Yeah, like when we brought in OEL, Mikala, Erod, those aren't
traded Duclair, that was above average, right?
The name value of these guys that were being talked about on goaltending alone are going to bring a lot of discussion, not just from inside the fan base, but from outside the fan base.
Well, I also think
you're going to get Edmonton fans coming in here. Binnington, you're going to get all that talk from international to what type of goalie is he now?
The point is, I think this offseason, I think it's either like a Binnington. I could see a bigger move than that. It does have a big move feel, I would say. Because, I mean, again, it's not in Bill Zito's MO to, shoot for here. Is he going to shoot for the stars? I mean, he always does usually, right? So I mean, we'll see.
Because does he think this is our chance next year to grab another cup because of what we're seeing right now here? So let's make a bigger move. Or does he look at it like, hey, pump the brakes here for a second. Maybe we don't need to make as big a move as we originally thought because of the level of comp. It could go either way on that part, Nick.
Right.
Absolutely. I don't know. Does he say now is the time for the taking? Or, hey, we don't have to.
He ain't going to Edmonton. He's not leave. I don't think Bob leaves. Do you? I don't think Bob actually goes to another team.
I'm not ruling it out completely. I know we've talked about KHL retirement. I think those are viable things as much as if he goes somewhere else. Vegas is now not becoming a destination, I don't think, with this whole Carter Hart development here. This is kind of, and then Aiden Hill, they have to be able to get him off the books or whatever they're planning to do there. Like St. Louis could move on from Binnington and then bring Aiden Hill in.
Well, yeah, I think that could be a possibility. Like, could you see, like, I could see the tandem for Vegas next year being Carter Hart, Akira Schmid.
To start, maybe, yeah. And then they upgrade later.
Or if Hart returns to a 50-game starter, they don't need, like.
They think he can play that again, yeah. That's been interesting development. And then all these other goalies that are going to be in the mix that are kind of like, can be a backup or third.
Well, there's going to be a lot of teams looking for a guy. I think Edmonton, which I don't know if Edmonton's going to be able to get a move done, actually. If it's going to be anybody, like if it's Sebastian Cossa, I think it's very underwhelming.
Edmonton's got Jari on the books. Who's helping them off of that? I think it's more likely someone helps Aiden Hill than it is Jari.
Well, I think a team will probably, you want to talk about a team that's willing to help somebody out. I think UPL's services will be the most valuable. If Buffalo's looking to move off
really
that,
I don't like the fit for Florida. But
no, I don't know what Jamie said. We give it the 9th overall pick. Is that what he said?
Something to do with that. Like no.
I think UPL. I think UPL could be a solid 1B option, but
I don't trust him
at all.
Yeah, I don't trust him as like a 45, 50 game starting goalie. I want a guy that I can on that. Again, like, call me crazy, but having Binnington Skinner is better than having a UPL in the mix. I don't know. I just think, where's UPL ever taken the Sabres? There's been years where they had a really good defensive metrics, but they couldn't get us, or even offensive metrics, they couldn't get a save. And he's part of that. One year they were scoring.
I don't think we talked about the Hellebuck thing. I think that's a pipe dream, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get my hopes up on the bigger name guys.
Like, if it happens, great, but I'm not banking on that.
Yeah, like, I don't want our content to just be like derived on like that's where this team's going organization, because I haven't heard that, and I'm not going to think that, hey, that's the way that we're going to go. Now, if you're talking like what Jeremy said, a big move field, then that plays into that.
Well, that would constitute.
But again, I don't know if that comes on the goaltending front. Now, like, Zito's going to look at Colorado here and what Vegas has done. What are they doing with their goalies?
They're rotating them.
You know what I mean? So it's like
just ride the hot hand, and they're thinking, if you're looking, and even Dobish, like, I know Dobish is young, but it's like, if you're looking at and
look, you could argue Freddie Anderson, but some people are like, they don't even know he was going to start.
I'll just say this. None of the 3 of the 4, if not all, weren't the starters at the start of the season for these teams. Scott Wedgwood, I mean, technically was the starter because Mackenzie Blackwood, I think, was not available to start the year. But coming into training camp, Mackenzie Blackwood was thought to be the starter for Colorado. Coming into training camp, Carter Hart wasn't even on the Vegas Golden Knights roster. Coming into training camp, Jakub Dobish was not the starter for the Montreal Canadiens. And then Freddie Anderson had his job overtaken by Brandon Bussey at a certain point. So, for me, I'm looking at this, and I'm assuming Bill Zito is, and if you're saying, okay, if they can get to the Cup, and I would put us in the tier of a Colorado, I would put us in the higher tier of a Carolina, right, Kirby? Like, the type of team we are to carry our style of play, our structure. We can carry a goaltender for a certain period of time, right? We don't need a superstar.
With Barkov, yeah.
Yeah. If you're looking at that, and he's like, if Colorado can get to a Cup final with Blackwood and Wedgwood, if Carolina can get to a potential conference final, potential Cup final with Freddie Anderson, Bussey, why can't we do it with Binnington and Bob?
Goalie pulled here for Colorado, 3:08 to go, power play, 6-on-4.
Thank you, Matthew.
And icing here. Matthew's in the chat.
No icing.
No icing. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, power play.
Power play. My
bad. If they get one here, then tight assholes on that Vegas bench. What was that?
Move it. Too late. Now you're not even going to get there. Yeah, you got lucky there. Ooh.
I gotta say, I mean, Colorado, I mean, what are you doing? We're not getting Igor Shesterkin.
Cody going to run in with emojis? Wow.
Oh, that's a big goal.
And there's the guy that we talked about earlier.
There's still plenty of time left.
Gabriel Landeskog. Power play goal with the goalie pulled. The captain.
Gabriel Landeskog. Good play by McKinnon. He's
What a
on the-
cutback move by McKinnon there. Holy. Did you see that, Nick?
Yeah, he's
Oh.
good.
I didn't even see that initially, how much he
Went
drew.
off the stick of Anderson.
Holy.
Matthew,
That-
I would go 4 years on Bob, but it would need to be like 3.754 million. And then because I think if you have the next 2 years at that low of a cap hit, and then you could either buy him out or he can retire or go to Robidaw Island or something like that, then fine. But again, if you want, that's an icing. I would pull Wedgwood right now. I would take a timeout and pull Wedgwood and get your guys back on the ice.
This is where you're really missing Makar here, but you got enough forwards you can throw out there. Landeskog, Nikushkin, McKinnon, probably Natchez, have Kadri out there. Devon Taves maybe as the sixth.
I mean, if you're Colorado, look, you don't deserve to win this game, and there's plenty of time left. Oh, Matthew, I'm well below
Brock
5.
Nelson.
I'm thinking, Matthew, the highest I go at 4 years is 4.75.
Oh, big draw loss there.
Damn it.
Fuck. Good save, good knockdown by Taves there. Not to the right guy.
What is he doing?
You got to be careful here.
There's Mitch Marner right on him.
Buzzing
Plenty
around.
of time left to get it going. Give it to the right guy. There you go. Now get in there.
Oh, got to get to that one.
Why are they I feel like they should have been on their ass and they're like,
Got to hustle.
what is
Eesh. Lucky to keep that in. Lucky. Colorado set up here.
sorta? I still like the position
Where's
go.
that?
They open it up a bit.
McKinnon, that's a tight pass in there. Devon Taves has done a good job knocking pucks down today, Nick. Wow. Sharp angle shot from the corner there by McKinnon. Hart falls on it. 59.3. Well, guys, we got the poll up there. Rest or rust. That is the Carolina Hurricanes poll. You can vote on it. Hit 1, 2, or 3 in the chat there, Matthew.
Now, Matthew, are you intending to buy Bob out the final 2 years? Or, I mean, I would you meet in the middle? If they want 5, could you do 4.5? Because even if you need to, I'd assume there'd be a no move clause, right?
Timeout here, Colorado. Thank you, everyone, for being here in the chat. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button. Helps us out. Make sure to join us on Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to have a special guest from McKean's Hockey scheduled to be here with us. So looking forward to that, to talk the Panthers draft and prospects. We will be back for a live stream game over the weekend as well. Friday, maybe Sunday.
Well, I don't like the Bennett. I don't like the, like, I get the Marchand. It was like, then you get Bennett 8 years. Now we're going to get Bob 4 years. And we have Marchand for 6. I mean, these aren't just like 30. Like Bennett's older, and then you're giving like late guys in contracts into their 40s. I think it's ridiculous. Do you think Colorado scores, Kirby?
I thought we were going to about 2.5, 3 minutes ago, so I'll stick with it.
I don't think they are.
It's relative coin flip here.
Yeah, and they can't win a draw.
That's not helping, but they get it back here.
What should have been a penalty?
Oh, it's shot not getting through. Eichel down the ice, missed it, icing.
Oh
no! Wow, you can't have that. I think Nick would be livid right now if that was our Florida Panthers.
I would be freaking livid.
Didn't Nick Dowd beat the Panthers on a hustle play last year or 2 years ago? I remember the play. Wasn't it Washington?
How did you let that happen?
How did that happen? I wasn't even expecting a Vegas guy to be in the picture. Jeez. Clear. Devon Taves and the other forward coming back. Man, not even close. Vegas salting this away here. 4-2. Stunner tonight to start the conference final, Nick.
No, that is right. Watch, Colorado's going to score here just to make it interesting.
That's a team that kind of does that, yeah. Oh, I thought that got through.
Oh my gosh.
On the net move. I don't know.
Yeah, I did too. I'm like, no way.
Pop up over his pad.
Even though Colorado loses, it's like I think getting those 2 goals.
Mick, we should make a poll. Who rebounds? Who would you bet on rebounding more, the Colorado Avalanche or James Harden?
I don't think it should be close.
Never mind, Ryan. Guys, if you voted for Harden, I would come and find you and say your community card has been revoked. Oh man!
Get the fuck out!
Oh, I saw the low lights of.
Oh, Dowd. Oh, that's a smart play.
What did Cleveland Cavaliers have, a 22-point lead?
Yep.
Oh wow. Well, game 1.
Who would have thought?
Now, Nick, you said they were going to steal one early in this, and I think Cody, we can give him credit too. He said they might take 1 of 2 in Colorado.
Well, Vegas got a 1-0 lead, and they'll feel good for the next 48 hours.
What's the percentage of winning game 1 people in the chat conference final to go on to win the series? Give us that percentage number. You guys probably have it somewhere. And we will see on the health of Cale Makar going forward here. Colorado fans stunned right now here. That lady looks pissed. Mick, what would you be like leaving this arena if you were a Colorado Avalanche fan right now? After the season,
about what I was after game 1 of the Boston series.
What, in 24?
Aaron Ekblad.
No, there was different things there. I don't care what you say about Devon Taves tonight. He was not Aaron Ekblad bad.
No.
And they're dealing with a big injury here. We were not dealing with anything that I'm aware of in that game.
Yeah, we had Aaron Ekblad.
Oh, man. Aaron Ekblad.
Here's Mitch, big game playoff Marner.
Oh, boy. It's not TNT tonight. It's ESPN, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to have Biz there, blanking them off.
Well, anyways, we've talked your ear off enough. We're actually going to get this.
What do we got? Anything else in the chat? Check first.
We're going to get first home loss at Ball Arena for the Avs this playoffs.
Really?
Yeah. I think Colorado blows them out of the water in game 2, but we'll see.
Okay. Just getting to everyone in the chat there.
Well, we're going to get this clocked in at below 3 hours. It's a rare occurrence for us on the Cats and Rats.
Yeah, we went long post game there the other night.
Yeah, but not tonight because we're tired. We do appreciate all of you.
Better be no gluten products in the room after the game there, Jeremy. No gluten. Where's that chocolate bar there? Nick's like, I just chocolate bar to cut this.
You know, what do you think McKinnon would say? Devon, it's not a fucking icing till you get there.
What did you eat today? You don't have Makar out there. Are we going to see a McKinnon meltdown in the room like David Pasternak during that Buffalo series? I don't know.
How about McDavid in a Cup final series?
No, not that. Nick, let's relax.
Right fucking now. Right fucking now.
McKinnon does have one ring on his finger.
The answer 67.5% to win the conference finals. Wait, what percentage, Kirby?
I thought it was going to be a little bit higher.
Kirby, what percentage?
I don't start on this with me, Nick. 67.5%.
But what's the first two numbers?
No, we're not playing into that.
All right.
Well,
with that, we're going to
tell you off.
With that, we're going to bed. We appreciate everybody for hopping in the chat tonight. Shout out
to that thumbs up button.
Yep. Shout out to our guy Jeremy Beckham from Next Home Treasure Coast.
Well, I'll take the ball off there so you guys can see that on the side of the screen.
Yeah. For all your South Florida luxury real estate, make sure to head up Jeremy Beckham at Bexell's FLA Next Home Treasure Coast. We also want to appreciate our guys Diehard and Fernando for always being in the chat. Shout out to Adonis as well, always being in the chat. Meeksy for dropping by. And again, if you want to have an opportunity to win this Anton Lundell signed wall-sized frame photo courtesy of Palm Beach Autographs, you can go to our YouTube homepage and find out how to become a member. There are bronze, silver, and gold memberships. You can buy your own membership, upgrade it, gift a membership, as well as find the information on the access to the great perks that each membership tier provides. And if you appreciate the work we do, we appreciate the support. Any and all support is very much appreciated. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, like the video, comment on the videos, and make sure to hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime we go live or post a video. With that, we say thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and Nick, I just want to say on some of the prizes coming up, we might throw in one of those new Cats and Rats pens to.
Yes, we might. We might. We're not going to sign anything for you, but we'll give it.
We're not going to sign our name on the pen or something.
No. But with that, we say thank you. Good night, everybody. We will see you soon. And as always, let's go Cats.
Inside of you, so I remove what's right at you. The beating undivided, all the voices in my head. And then there's you.